Hey, welcome, Lounge Lizards, to another episode of Legions Lounge, episode 65, where we talk about all things Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figura Obscura, customs, and other Mythic-related action figures and stuff. We are your hosts. My name is Trevor. Is my name Trevor? Yeah, my name is Trevor.
That's a
at
change
16
for the new year, yeah.
At 16_shooter on Instagram. My co-host, as always, Bill Janowski from the Dork Lair. And Nate Strong at Corona4 on Instagram. Boys, welcome back.
Thank you.
Good
to be back.
Happy post-holidays. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it seems like it's been
a long time. Good holiday. We were talking a little bit backstage. I feel like it's like that show thing. It's like, hey, how was your holiday, guys?
Right. It's so good to see you. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. But it was good, right? Everybody had a pretty nice holiday. Calm,
real good,
quiet, and or fun. Cool. Great.
Lots of fun, lots of family. Yeah, good time.
Awesome. Before we get started, everybody watching us, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please take a second to hit the like button, because that lets people know that we are on and things are going well and you're having a good time. So if you are having a good time, please hit that like button. If you're new to the show, consider subscribing. You can consider after you watch it. I mean, you don't have to consider just on this first 3 minutes, because I understand that's not probably very good anyway. Nate, who we got in the chat?
Who do we got? Let's see. I'm going up to the top and I see Cloud. What is up, Cloud? Blake, Recon Rage.
Dave Orkin.
Warlock with the Purple Gang. Dave Orkin, Doc Collector. Mike Casper.
Hey, what's up?
Mike, I'm surprised you're watching. You're not tuning in watching the Wolverines, buddy. Rob Zamora, Kirby Smith, Kevin Boots, Jeremy, Plastic Explosion, Mecha Motu Guru, Josh Brown, I am TJ Williams. Hey, just Shelvitz with us. Alex Lostack, Blaze Bear,
Hooty
Smith. The Collecting Brothers, Seth Griffith, David Williams, Joe Gonzalez. Game Quest. Is that a new one? Might be. Hello, Game Quest. Gibson, Big Greg, Dan. Let's see.
Welcome.
Weekend Gamer. Carver Customs. What's up, Brian? Josh Brown. Ende Rackman, Aram Radcliffe, Stacy Lynn, and coming in with the new year, Kevin Boots.
There you go.
Oh, happy New Year. Hit that like and
cheers,
grab
buddy.
It.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate
Cheers,
it, man.
Kevin.
Always coming through. Yeah, we got a good show tonight. We got some great guests. We are going to do our top 5 legions and your top 5 legions that if you took time to vote in the poll, then your vote counted, and it's going to be part of this. And there's some interesting results to this, I gotta say. I think we had almost like 85 people. I want to get those numbers up next year, but not bad. I know people have things to do and stuff, so I appreciate everybody participating, and I think it's a good slice of people to get a pretty accurate scope of what people were thinking, but it is interesting. Let's bring out our guests, and then we'll go over some news. I think we'll bring them out here first. So our guests tonight include 4 fantastic customizers and great members of the Legions community. You know them, you love them. Please welcome to the lounge Jesse Arnold, Joe Gonsalves, Curtis Ackerman, and Eric Miller. There they are. Hi. What's up, guys?
There we go.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning.
Thank you very much for being part of this. I try to get new people on every year, although Curtis, you told me you weren't involved before, and you actually were last year. You were
I forgot about it. I actually went back and rewatched it.
Yeah, I forgot.
I did tell you right away too. It's not like I sprung it on you today. Yeah.
No, I knew. Right after I looked, I went back and I was trying to look for some to see how we did a certain thing, and I'm like, that's Curtis. But we love having Curtis on, so it's great that he's here 2 years in a row. So we'll have to have a carryover next year. We'll have to have Joe on or something again next year and get a whole bunch of new people, but whatever. Curtis he's been waiting for this episode. Can't wait to see what celebrities they brought on for this award show. Well, this is it. I hate to disappoint you, but that's it. Sorry. No, but you guys are celebrities. I mean, look at you guys. Look, everybody knows you guys. We watch Shooting the Shelf every Sunday. We watch the Oz show with what is that? I have so many shows. Oz's show is called
Us,
Your
Playhouse, right?
His
Yeah,
channel's
Playhouse.
Ostradamus
Playhouse.
Toys.
I know, but he's got so many.
Ostradamus Toys.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are the shows you're on?
He's
You're
got too
on-
many to know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah.
Just Nostradamus Toys.
Toy Frenzy is Thursday. The one that I'm
Okay.
occasionally on, I think, is
Toy Frenzy?
Playhouse on Saturday evenings.
The Playhouse. All right. All right.
Hard to keep up, boys.
And of course, Eric, EM Custom Parts from Eric Miller. Just amazing. You already know. Amazing.
If you're in the
customizer.
know, you know.
Exactly. And the thing we didn't talk about is he's been working on some outside work. Like he's a business now. This is what he's doing. You want to tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, because we did get to it last time. So what have you been working on lately? I know you've been working on some stuff for NECA. And is it NECA? Is that who's putting out the Mars?
Cool.
Oh, is it Mars? Who's putting out the Mars attacks?
Super.
That's Premium DNA, but I did do Mars.
Premium DNA.
Attacks.
Oh, right,
It's-
right,
yeah,
right,
it's
right,
for
yes.
Premium DNA. Yeah.
Right. And what
I'd
else?
love to do something for NECA. That'd be cool. Yeah,
What would be calling?
2023 was cool on that front. I mean, I did 3 toy lines. So I did Savage Crucible. I
Nice.
did just an accessory set for Armies of Ashmore, and then I did
right.
figures for the Premium DNA Mars attacks.
That's
Very
awesome,
nice.
man. Congrats.
That's
Really
really
cool.
cool.
Well deserved,
Yes.
dude.
You got some
Thank you.
things on the docket for this year, or
I
lining some
hope
things
so.
up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not working on anything currently, on that front, but
Mhm.
yeah, I hope some more will come along for sure. I'm definitely hustling,
I'm sure.
trying to get some more.
Cool. Purple
Well,
Gang.
We're already
Go
getting
ahead.
some potential controversy. If Swig isn't in the top 5, I guess the Purple Gang is a good demand a recount.
Hey,
Well,
recounts only
traded
happen
for a
at
swig this
$10
week.
or over. So
You traded for a swig?
I traded for a swig this week.
oh wow.
Did you not have a swig, or did you just need another one?
I wanted another one. Basically, I
Okay.
had some extra stuff to unload. I had ordered 3 Gilius Thunderhead Storm collectibles, and I had
Okay.
all of the chicken walkers that it
Oh,
came
yeah.
with, the chicken leg walkers or whatever.
Mhm.
And I just threw those out there because I didn't want extras of those. I wanted the dwarf.
Gotcha.
And somebody had a swig, and I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
Nice.
Have you guys checked out that Facebook group for Purple Gang?
I
No, there's
I
a
saw
Facebook
the
group now?
page.
No.
just out
They-
invite?
I haven't
But
seen the
They've
group yet.
page. Yeah, they've got some videos on there, and I guess they've got a YouTube channel now, and the videos on Facebook have had me cracking up. So you should
Oh,
check that out. They're good. So
All right. Yet another Facebook group I got to join, but that's cool.
right.
I'm into it. A couple shout outs personally. I want to thank John Caulfield for not only this t-shirt, but some amazing stuff he sent me as well. This Fury Orc custom that he had done that I don't know if he had it with him, but yeah, he knows that I love the Fury Orcs, and it's beautiful. It's a piece of work, man, and I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Shout out to Big Dub for turning me on to these things, man. These have become my new kind of semi-obsession.
Pin.
So I'm
Are those
breaking
for
them.
pins?
Yeah. Somebody just put up that they were looking for like a pin.
yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I remember that. Yeah, these are great, man. I really like them.
Oh,
I flipped them around so the other side has the grid on it, but you can flip it around and just use it without the grid, so you can kind of fit everything on there.
And
So,
where'd you pick those up?
Amazon. I
Amazon?
think
Okay.
Dub's got like a post somewhere that has them on there.
Okay.
But yeah, they're really cool. Really nice. So I got all my customizer stuff on one, and I got my 4 Horsemen stuff on another one. All right, let's get into some news, and then we'll jump into this top 5. News-wise, the window to order the Noble Bear, amazing Noble Bear wave is closing on you rapidly.
Yep.
It's Sunday at 11 p.m. Isn't it usually like 11:59 or something like that? But I guess it's 11 p.m. this time. Maybe they changed it in the last few. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's been 11.
Steph is the only person I know who waits to that last 2 minutes to order things like that. So, but yeah, so you've got till this Sunday to get in on these amazing. Still can't believe these guys. $37, man.
Yeah.
I'm not just blowing smoke and being a shill, man. These prices are pretty amazing.
Insane.
There's 6 $37 figures. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
That's
speaking of, go watch Bill Dorklayer's video breakdown of
I was just going to say that, yeah.
this wave. Yeah, it's a great. Always does that. Super helpful. Thanks for doing that,
Yep.
Bill.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was a good breakdown as to why, price wise, what to go for, if you're on a budget and stuff like that. So very, very good video. Go check that out for sure. Yeah, so get what you can get from this. Even if you can't get the all in, grab something. You know what I mean? This bear, $85, pre-sale, not wholesale price, but yeah, go ahead, Bill.
That's the one. Like,
yeah.
I think of Slog and the fact that Slog was $120. It was an $80 pre-order and it was $120 retail. That's one of the largest markups besides the Legion builders, right? Like, it's one of the largest percentage markups. So, like, the bear is kind of a driver. If you want the bear, it's a pretty good reason to order direct. Of course, if you can pay up front, right? Like, if you can't pay up front, then there are other options, but pay a little more.
Yeah, I think that's good advice, though. If you have a smaller budget that doesn't allow you to go all in or grab everything you can, we found now that you can pick these things up at cons, and now we're going to talk a little bit about cons all over the country. So if you're in the vicinity of any of those things, you can go there and get the not quite this price, but not quite the retail price either, or order them from your retailer and pay when they come in, which is a great option too. But if you can and you want to get anything at a real low price, I would definitely agree with Bill's assessment that grab that bear, because that's probably going to be $125. Would you say it comes out the door? I would guess something like that.
Yeah, maybe 120. Yeah.
Speaking of money, I should have went higher. Van Johnson, $9.99. You want $10 and we want swig. Your bluff has been called, sir.
Well, I mean, that's $9.99. It's not a full $10. So.
Yeah,
Away,
You can't buy votes though, right?
Penny short, pal.
Yeah.
The voting's over, man.
That was just to get a potential recount. That's all.
The votes are in. We'll see.
For that, so
we'll see.
Thank you,
see what's
Van.
happening. All right. So get everybody got their orders in already, or is everybody still waiting for thinking about it?
I'll be placing mine Friday.
Okay.
I always wait for the last possible minute.
Yeah.
I grabbed an all-in, but no extras, so we'll see.
And again, like, you have been able to pick up some things, pretty easily now, after things are over. So at least for the last, few waves that have been out there.
I will say this: we're seeing a great, like, New Year's kind of retraction of people saying, I need to buy less. I need to cut back. I mean, we're seeing, like, maybe not so much with for Horsemen stuff, but we're seeing, like, crazy blowout clearance sales on a lot of stuff. People are just buying less. Their rooms are full, their shelves are full. They're just buying less, and that could potentially create an environment where there's fewer pre-orders happening, and who knows what could happen on release, right? Just, I mean, we see right now, like, it's been a long time since we've seen anything on pre-order sell out on, like, Big Bad Toy Store, for example. Right. And already one of the All-Stars figures is sold out. Bothar is sold out.
Is that right?
It'll be in stock eventually, but, like, it just hasn't happened like that in a long time. So I think we were seeing in this past 6 to 12 months, like, just like a lot of people dialing it back. So.
Yeah, I mean, at least in terms of retailers, absolutely, because I think retailers are feeling the market, and the market is getting it's not saturated. I think more people are going this direction in terms of, like, we call them third party. They're not really third party, but smaller manufacturers, less in the Star Wars independent. G.I. Joe's still going strong, but people I think are running out of space. You know what I mean? And they're finding it harder and harder to sell stuff that they don't want anymore, because really nobody's wanting it anymore, you know? So yeah, I think there's definitely a crunch coming. I don't, you know, I can generally feel when something's like really falling apart, but like, I don't think it's to that point. Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, I think everything is more expensive. I don't know about you guys, but my kids eat damn much. You know, it's like groceries are expensive, clothes are expensive, like everything is expensive right now. You know, I had pretty big plans for this pre-order, and my car blew a head gasket, and that's not work that I can, you know, perform myself. So I'm probably just going to go one all in, unless I can, you know, pull up some magic at the last minute. But you know, it's just that everything is expensive right now, and when you have to cut something, I mean, I often joke about, you know, oh, we eat ramen noodles, you know, so that I can pre-order, but it's getting closer to a reality. It's like, okay, guys, stop ramen this month because Daddy needs a pre-order. So it's hard to justify that, I think, for a lot I
ran into some plumbing problems this year, and they've got to come into my house and dig up the floor in the living room and dig through the concrete to fix this pipe. And my neighbor had the exact same thing like 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, it cost $2,000 to do that work. And now it's somewhere between $6,000 and $8,000.
Ouch.
So yeah, I mean, you know, like you're saying, Joe, like everything's more expensive now. So, and then you get hit with those kind of one-off things that happen. It's like, man, that takes its toll. So
yeah, for sure. Let me move us over here so we're not
I
in the
did
way
hear
of those
that shipping
schmats.
is going down. The U.S. Postal Service shipping is dropping a little bit actually this year for like the first time in forever.
I've noticed that recently. Like when you go to pirate ship, at least, you know, last year, early last year, you know, when it would give me like the cheapest option, it was almost always UPS. And now lately it's been USPS. So yeah, it looks like their prices have dropped. So
yeah, I mean, I think I don't want to get into a whole economic discussion debate, but I mean, I think, you know, we came off a pandemic, everything got inflated, especially shipping. So I mean, shipping's got to come down. I mean, it's insane, or it was insane. I think it's going to be a slow, you know, creep back. You know, gas, food is still there to some degree, but I mean, like people keep talking about, oh, eggs, but eggs are, I guess, cheaper now than they were like 2 years ago or something like that. I saw. So, I mean, I think everything is going to come down eventually. We'll calm down, or at least settle to a point. You can't avoid inflation to some degree, but we'll see if that affects the toy market. I don't know. I have no idea like what's going to happen. I just feel like myself, like my shelves are filled, and like I need to make more room for the stuff that I love, which is Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, and some of this 1/6 stuff. Though I'm really slowing down on that stuff as well. But like, you know, Black Series, I'm not getting that stuff anymore. Marvel Legends is few and far between. Third-party stuff is grabbing me, but I'm trying to really hold off from even doing that stuff too, like outside of the lines that I really love. So,
and if it doesn't go back down, do like Eric Miller and just, you know, have chickens so that you can have your own eggs. So
there you go. Yeah, hell yeah.
I haven't baked eggs for years. So.
And to kind of like circle back to my point, I think maybe the last 6 months of pre-orders through Four Horsemen could potentially be lower production, and that you could potentially see when these start releasing a little less supply, because I have no inside info, but like you never know, like the supply could go down upon release on them. But one thing's for sure is like there's always retailers that you can pre-order from that you don't have to pay up front for. So
yes, for sure.
Just remember,
we'll be there. But go ahead, Nate.
Well, I was just gonna say the only way you can get the dwarf tribute head is through the all-in through the Four Horsemen here. But I just wonder how many of those might be offered up after, you know, people selling them on the Cabal or whatever. But
they did say there's going to be a retail version. It'd just be a different
color.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to buy individually. Not anything else. So contact your local painter, any of these lovely folks here if they're taking commissions, to just paint it up like the other one, so you'll be good to go. We got a Steph Delatour. What's up, Steph? Happy New Year, Legions Lounge. Happy New Year to you, Steph. Detour Customs, man, great stuff there. Happy New Year to you and your family. Appreciate it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, that's true, Bill. Like you don't know that they're not going to cut down as well. I mean, they're resellers as well, so there may be less stuff that they're ordering, just knowing that they're stuck with again, this is no inside information for me either, but like they may have like large quantities of some of the last few waves that they're still trying to get out the door for some of these cons and stuff like that.
And I'm talking about retailers, right? Like the retailers.
Yes.
People are generally cutting back, right? And if the retailers have been stuck with a lot of stuff over the past, year or whatever,
yep,
they might react to that and order less,
Right.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. All right. Moving on from that one. Poxus, we know, is being delivered. I think it's I don't know if they said it's been delivered, but I think it's very close to being delivered if it's not there already. And we should be seeing, I think Diego said on the last show that it should be coming out or starting to be delivered toward the end of this month. So that's exciting. I'm excited for that wave, man. I can't wait for that wave. There's lots of good stuff in there. How about you guys?
Oh, super pumped up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That one has been teasing us for a while too. I mean, that was one of the pre-orders that I was more excited about, and then to have to wait quite so long, not complaining, but there's things that you really want, like a brute scale, and some of those spell casting effects are going to be just so the fun wizard to have
soft goods and
sure. It's been
a
difficult wait for that.
Yep. Well, it's almost over, so we're ready for that. February, as Bill told me just before the show started, is confirmed. They've confirmed it somewhere. We don't know where, whether it was on the 4-ish o'clock Horseman show or elsewhere.
It was on a
post.
It was like in text.
It was a post?
It was on one of their posts. I forget which one.
The in-stock sale with things like Reinforcements 2, some of the con exclusives will be going up in February at some point. I don't know when exactly.
Valiant Night.
So
hopefully
accordingly, right? Because we got this pre-order ending now, and then we're gonna have that coming, and whatever else could be coming around the corner too.
Right.
Yeah, they are. The Four Horsemen are pulling no punches.
Yeah, they promising us a big year.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at a few of the. Speaking of big year and stuff coming up, let's talk about some of the cons coming up. So we got MegaCon coming up like in a matter of weeks now, and that's in Orlando. That's the first time that they've done MegaCon and Florida, so that's huge, man. I know there's a lot of collectors in Florida, so that's going to be great. And Orlando's a great place to go. People can go to Disney World when they're there. So that's February 1st through the 4th. I would love to get there. Don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. And then February, 2 weeks after that, we got ZoloCon, which is a great show I've been to many times. And that's in February 23rd to the 25th. That's in Warminster, PA. Really cool venue and great. Just definitely a lot of really good vendors there with some like old. If you're into vintage collecting, I mean, there's a mix of stuff. There's a lot of Legion stuff, but there's some really good vendors of some classic toy stuff. So if you're looking for that stuff, definitely check it out. A lot of He-Man stuff too. A lot of Masters of the Universe and things.
The restaurant there is really good too.
The restaurant where at ZoloCon?
At the Fuge. Not really good, but I mean, I'm not talking like top tier black tie
con food,
but like no. There's like an actual like micro pub or something in there, I think.
Oh, nice.
Is there? How have I missed that every time I've been there? Okay.
I ate there with Len and the Wolf King guys last year after it, so it's definitely worth checking out.
Okay. In the same building or in the Fuge?
Yep. In the Fuge, yeah, downstairs towards like the back entryway.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
I forget what it's called.
Are you going to that, Jesse?
I will be there with Wolf King. Yeah, probably
Nice.
right next to the Horseman table again.
Cool. And then MuskeCon in Muskegon, Michigan.
Yeah, buddy.
March 16th. I will be going. I'll be flying in with our friend Malcolm from the Euro Legions, who'll be staying over here. We'll get to come down into this mess down here. See what's going on here. Probably be underwhelmed by the amount of crap that I have around here.
Yep.
But yeah, that's going to be great. So that's one day, just March 16th. But run this down for me, Nate. They've got, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, as far as the, I know it's been growing every year too. And it's not the biggest of shows, but it promises to be a good time. And they're having a mythic meetup on Friday, the Friday night before that.
Yep.
So I think Pete McCarthy and those fellas are putting that itinerary together. Some four Horsemen guys are going to be there. It was a blast last 2 years, so I'm sure it'll be even more so this year. So if anyone can come to that, please do.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And then we got Toylanta.
What's that, Eric?
You're going to be oh, that's right. Eric's got a table there, right? You got a table?
Eric,
cool.
Curtis, you're coming too, right?
Yeah, me and Jesse will be at the Wolf King table.
Sweet.
Excellent. Then we got Toylanta. Anybody going to Toylanta? Anybody doing that one?
I wish I could.
No.
I went 2 years ago, and that show was absolutely amazing. I really want to.
That's all I've heard. Yeah, that's all I've heard. It's gonna be great. I really want to try and get down there, but with MuskeCon a week before, my wife is gonna be. I don't know. She's very accommodating with this stuff, but it's like 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to another con. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's part of my job. All right. Okay.
Right.
Then we got ToyCon New Jersey in the spring, which is always a great show. March 23rd and the 24th. I might be there doing the table again. It's pretty fruitful. Even during the Christmas pre-Christmas one, which I expected to be kind of light, and it was pretty good. So the spring one's always good. So, and that's the first quarter, man. That's the first quarter. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cons these guys are going to be at all over the country. So it's getting big. I mean, we got Chicago, we got Connecticut, we got Maryland, we got I don't even know where Heroes Con is. I'm not really sure.
I'll be at the Shop the Curiosity again this year.
Cool. Yeah, I might try to make that this year too, because it's a hop, skip, and a jump for me. So I'll probably jump in the car and go up there. Joe Fest IshCon is a big one coming up. We'll talk about that on another show. Chris Con, and then RetroCon. We're right there, man. Boom. Can't wait. We'll be here before you know it. All right. So
and
that's that.
I think DCon is going to be in Vegas this year, right? So
that's what the rumors are. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a long drive, too long of a drive for me. So I might check that out.
That'd be a crazy place to hang out for a weekend, obviously.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm
not
too. Just throwing that out there.
$5 super chat from Blake. Thank you, Legions Lounge crew and guests, for all that you do for the Legions community. Only 306 days until Legions Con 2024, but who's counting? That's awesome, Blake.
Yeah, really.
Thanks,
Thank you, Blake. Appreciate it, man.
Begun.
Appreciate it. All right, here we go. Let's get this underway. So we had a total of, I probably should have brought this up, but I guess I got all the information here. I think we had 85 people that voted in this. Which again, I'd like to get up at some point, but it's pretty good. You know, not bad, because I know people have things to do and stuff. So it takes a few minutes. And then, as we said earlier, Nate was just readjusting his list like an hour ago.
Yeah. Speaking of Malcolm, I'm totally going to be the Malcolm of this gang. Absolutely.
Somebody's got to be. No, I was readjusting mine earlier too today. I was just taking a second look at it and putting it down and going, no, I'm not sure. So we had a few categories here. We had the overall top 5 Mythic and Cosmic Legions, and the reason I didn't put the the special edition stuff, which was a separate category in there, is that I just thought it would sweep that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great stuff that came with Monkey. You just get more. It's a higher dollar value, but to put it up against something that's kind of a more standard figure. Although we had stuff all over the place. We had the game figures, that came in the 2-packs and stuff like that were part of those standard figure releases. So those are in there, but we'll see. I mean, I'm surprised by the top 5, the overall top 5 in some places. It's really kind of intriguing. So we'll see. And then we had the overall top Mythic Legions figure, the overall top Cosmic Legions figure, and then we had the special edition Figura Obscura, anything that was a con exclusive, be it whether it was Mythic Legions or outside of Mythic Legions, like Demistros and things like that. Those are in there. Now I know Eric Miller, most of his picks for the top figures were all in that list. So at the end, this wasn't a category, but at the end, we'll probably go over our like everything in a bunch top figure, and you guys can in the chat can weigh into. Maybe we'll put up a poll if I can figure out how to do that. Maybe on my phone. Can't seem to do it on here for some reason. But let's get started with the overall top 5. So let's go round robin. We'll start at the bottom with this one. Eric, in terms of Mythic and Cosmic Legions, I know you're holding yourself back. What was your number 5 Mythic and or Cosmic Legion?
Yeah, so removing the special release figures kind of made my list a little interesting. But the number 5 that I have down on my sheet of paper that I brought with me here is Dubon.
Okay, Dubon. That's a good one. That's
very good. He's
It's a really impressive figure. I tried to not take customizing into account when I made my list. I tried to do it just as the figure that it is, as the character that it is. But Dubon's awesome, and as a plus, he comes with a lot of really cool stuff that you can use for other things too.
He does. Let me. I'll try and bring these up as we bring them up.
Dubon's been in and out, and I mean, I probably redid my list 4 times minimum, and he's been in and out. Like, he's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the introduction of the bird, on the glove, which was a great solution for that. The new pieces that we got with him, the soft goods, it's a great looking figure, and just this head sculpt is fantastic too. Really, really good. All right, let's go upwards to Curtis. What was your number 5 Mythic and or Cosmic Legion?
Yeah, unlike Eric, I only took customizing into consideration. So my, when we get to the end and we've got like the best list, I can tell you right now, none of the 3 for Mythic, Cosmic, or Special that I consider the best figures made my top 5 favorite figures. So,
Understood.
So number 5, I went with Xenothon. Yeah, wow. I mean, you've got. I really love some of the gray dwarves that we've been getting. So these parts are great for that. The and the arms. For a standard figure price, you get the set of wings with it as well. The alternate head, the alternate feet. Like it's just a great overall figure. So,
it is a good value for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
So,
good value.
I mean, from a customizing standpoint, I bought several of these, and I've already broken up quite a few. And then I bought some customs at Legions Con that use this figure. So, I had to make my list.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Good. All right. Let's go up to Joe. What was your number 5 Mythic and or Cosmic pick?
So number 5 for me was the Xylernian Guard.
Okay.
I, still, this is the best list. For me, I still struggle a little bit mentally with a 1.0 elf. There's something in my mind that tells me that, elves should be androgynous, so they should all be 2.0s. But it's an amazing figure.
I think
just the versatility.
I think it depends on where the elf comes from, right?
I don't know. Just being a Lord
elves are like human size, right?
Yeah.
Some of them go to the gym too, I would imagine.
So you even lift, bro?
Yeah.
Right? No, they don't have to. They're elves. They can just do everything. But right. That the helmets are fantastic. The face guards, the Whisperling face, I think, was a great addition. That was something that right I've been looking forward to being expanded on since the older pre-orders. So I think it's just it's a list of the best figures. It's one of the best figures in my opinion.
How do you feel about Neve as an elf then? Like if you don't like 1.0 bodies
I
for
think
elves.
that strong women are intimidating, to be honest. So yeah.
I like it. I like the mix of dwarf bodies. Like I understand like the slim kind of, I mean, I make most of those like the builders like archers or guards or something like that. You know what I mean? Like frontline guys.
Yeah.
But I like the mix. I think it's cool. It makes them more interesting. I think that there's
seriously though, that was a joke, but the more variety that we have, the happier I am. The more body types, the more pieces and different scales, just the more variety that we have to work with, the happier I am. So
Game Quest with I think you just brought this up, Nate, right? The Zelda Guard was my favorite Mythic Legion of the year, with Dubon coming a very close second. Yeah, well, we will see what everybody else's pick was. Jesse, what's your number 5?
I don't remember if the list I have is how I voted in the poll, because I totally forgot about I think I did the poll like you said you were putting it out there, and I did it like immediately, and I totally forgot that was a thing until you.
I think if you follow that link, it will bring you there. But
I did, but it doesn't. I don't think it shows me my picks. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I might just be a moron. Well, I am a moron, but that's okay.
You are not. Stop it. It will show them to you, but like the list is so long, you got to scroll down and you got to look for the one that's checked. So it's not an easy thing to do when you're looking to go back and see what you picked, but it's fine. Like we'll just, I mean, your list is your list, right? So this is another list.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So I don't remember how I voted.
Okay.
But for tonight, I'm going with the Shadow Orc Grunt as my number 5 of the year.
Shadow Orc Grunt. Wow. Okay.
Granted, there is a personal, just because Curtis and I got to do the reveal for it.
Right.
On the channel. Right. So like, but I love that new helmet. I like that it gives a new orc face.
This is a cool looking figure.
Part of it. And just the color scheme. It gives off vibes to me of like the classic Rankin and Bass
that's
Return
true.
of the King, the way some of the orcs, just the shape with the curved horns and everything.
That's true.
I mean, it doesn't look anything like them, but it evokes that in my memory. So
they also had that kind of color scheme too, right? They were also that kind of dark.
Well, they were like a
brown,
grayish
right?
green in their flesh tones in the cartoon, but just I love these. Got the rounded shoulder pauldrons. It's I just really dig the bare feet. The bare feet, bare arms, bare legs. Just always comes across as really badass for the orcs. So,
sure.
Yeah.
He's a cool one, man, for sure.
Cool. Yeah, great pick.
Number 5, Bill. And this better match your video or you're in trouble. I'm changing it up now.
I think you're muted, Bill.
Oh, you're muted, Bill. I think you're muted. Hope you're muted.
How's that?
There you go.
Am I back? Okay. Sorry. While Eric and Curtis were talking, I had like a crazy weird little technical difficulty that I was like working on there for a second, and then I forgot to turn my mic back on when I did that. So I'll say this: I had thought I might do this list as I'd like just like eliminate my top 10 legions list that I did a video on and just do my next 10, my next 5 or whatever.
Okay.
But I didn't have time for it. So actually this is exactly my same list because I didn't have time to do anything else. But I am, so when I break out, when I break them out and have the specials and the regulars, my number 5 ends up being right there with Joe, the Xylernian Guard.
All right. Number 5.
Yeah. Which is like, to me, the armor and the way the armor's painted, that's what it's all about with that figure. It's just so nice, so nicely painted. I love the color of the armor. I love the, it kind of reminds me of the Deluxe Knight builder, the original like Deluxe Knight, and that in that regard in terms of like just awesome parts for popping and swapping, and I do take that into consideration with mine. But yeah, so it's just awesome figure.
It is interesting though that there are not a lot. I mean, what's new? The helmet is new, the visor is new, and obviously the shield is new.
Yeah, no,
that's about it.
Reuse.
Yeah. But well, we'll see how well it did in the popular. But I think it is. I think it's just the way they put this together and the way they painted it. It just screams like, you know, Forest Night, man. It's just really, really cool looking. Yeah. Nate, what do you got for number 5?
Well, like I mentioned already. What's that?
Have you switched it while we were talking?
No, I think I'm good. And I'm easily swayed. Like, listen to everyone here talk, but I'm going to stick with my number 5. I mean, at one point, my top 5 could have been all cosmic because just this year I've been so freaking blown away by that new line. Yep. So with that in mind, and I struggled with not putting him higher, but my number 5 is Slog.
Okay, we're moving there.
Yeah, just I mean, a phenomenal. I mean, you know, you could just go on and on about what a beefy, gigantic, you know, amazing new tooling on this thing. It's just a hell of a hunk of a figure.
Yep.
Amazing shelf presence. You know, a lot of I like I said, I struggled doing this, and I even went and watched Bill's video again just to get some ideas of like, all right, I need some assistance here, some ways to break down and think differently how to do this in some categories. And a lot of them that I kept coming back to was value and playability, and like parts and stuff. And this really doesn't necessarily have that, but it makes up for it in so much, you know, otherness, if that's even a word. You know, there's just amazing qualities to this figure that, like I said, it just you turn the corner in someone's toy room and you see that on a shelf and you're just like, holy crap, what is that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know, for sure.
So
that face only a mother can love. Yeah, incredible, man. Like it's yeah, I'll be upfront about this. This didn't make my list, and I struggled with it because it's so good.
It wasn't on mine originally either, but
yeah,
I couldn't. The more I thought about it, the more I kept looking at him. He's got to be.
My list gets swayed by what I've been shooting and like enjoying that way because like I played with Slog and I put him up on the shelf in a cool pose, and you know really liked just kind of posing him and stuff. But I haven't done anything with him yet, and I've got some things in mind. I just haven't had time. I think I may regret my decision after I get that done, but we'll see. But a good pick, man. That's a good one for sure. All right. My number 5, I got to go back to my list here. Let me see. What was my number 5? Okay. So my number 5, was also, I got to go back to the checklist. The Xylernian Guard. Something about, I know it's like I don't know what it was either. You know, it really is just the build of this thing and the paint on it. Like that's it. Like there's so many of these parts that we've seen before, but not in this configuration. Obviously, the Dubon, you know, shin guards and boots and stuff like that, and it just looks like such a great forest knight. And obviously, the shield is beautiful and. Yeah, just something about it. It's got a real presence, man. Especially, yeah, like you said, like you have the Whisperling face on there, Joe. You said that was like a nice addition to it, and it is. It's really nice to be able to mix those up and have a few of them on your shelf, and they're looking like different, you know, different individuals and stuff like that. So, great figure. All right,
he's awesome.
One of two figures I bought the most of this year. Sorry, Eric.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Eric.
I was just saying I wasn't looking forward to Xylernian Guard at all, but there is something magical about him in hand. Like when I was putting out my list, he actually was right behind Dubon, so I guess he'd technically be my number 6. And he was a figure I wasn't excited for at all when they announced him. So yeah, it's there's something about that figure. He's really cool.
For sure. All right, you guys got to vamp for a minute here because I don't have this. I put all this stuff up today, and the video for the actual winner is not up here for some reason. I don't know why. So give me 2 seconds.
So I'll just say like one more thing about the Xylernian Guard is that's one of the there's a couple figures this year that I ordered that I picked up a bunch of. In fact, I ordered multiples on pre-order originally, and then when they came in, I bought even more when I saw some good deals. It was this and another one that'll be on my list later. But yeah, I mean, I think I have like 6 or 7 of these, and I have 6 or 7 of like nothing. I think I have like 4 Goblin Legion builders, and that's like the next most I have.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of these things, and I got so many of them that I think we're going to give one away. So while I'm uploading this video, let's go over to the giveaway tool, and I'm going to do Zylonian, and we'll do hashtag. Bring this up. Hashtag Zylonian, and we're going to give away a Zylonian guard. So get those Zylonian. Spell it right. If I spelled it right, I think it's Zylonian. Jesus, yeah. Sorry, hang on.
Just leave it.
Spell it wrong.
No. It's not. It's not happening. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Because I'm thinking it's Zylona, so like spelling it wrong. Zylonian.
Zylona.
Okay, Zylonian. There we go. Zylonian. Spell it right.
There we go.
Unlike me. So put it in again if you spelled Zylonian. Sorry about that. I'm thinking Zylona. Too many things. I'm looking at Zylona's flock up here on the screen, and I put in Zylona. All right, so I think we got this video up. So let's see if I can get the 5th place. So this is the audience. Our viewers are people we polled. 5th place. Right here. Here we go. Sligo. Yeah. Right.
Good pick.
It is a good pick.
That's a fancy little cutscene there.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh.
Yeah. So Sligo. I mean, this is. I just opened this figure like in the last. Well, I mean, it was last month, but like it was kind of one of the last things I opened in Cosmic.
Same here.
And it's fantastic, man. Like it really is really good. Like I love that figure a lot. And I mean, it was one of the pricier ones, but it's got a lot of parts. You can make so many different configurations out of it. So I'm not surprised that that's in the top 5. I'm kind of surprised it's actually only at 5, but there you go.
It really delivered on their promise that it would be like the deluxe, like the deluxe barbarian. Remember how that used to be like that core figure that's just so much fun, and everybody recommends it as a first. Like to me, that is very much what this is. It's just like everything's there in the pack. You know, you can get some other figures with the same stuff, but this thing just has so many different pieces that it's like the perfect intro.
Yep.
Agree, 100%.
Cloud, you couldn't pick up a Sligo? We'll talk. Yeah, they're great. I have like 10 pounds of parts left. Yeah. That's the thing, man. You got to have like a big box. If you're going to have you're going to army build these guys, you better have some big storage space because there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. And I can't bring myself to throw out the stuff that doesn't fit. Have you thrown it out? Like, if you don't.
Right. Same here.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't fit. I'm going to find a way to use this somehow. I'm going to glue it onto something. Something's going to happen. I don't know.
Shatter it. Use it in a photo.
Shoot through it. That's a good idea. Like, bullet. Yeah, that's cool. That's actually a good idea. All right, how many we got here? We got 61 entries. We got 100 people in here. Hit that like, please. I'll leave this open for another. We'll go through a few more number 4 picks, and then we'll come back to this. So, all right, let's get back to this. So let's go back around. Actually, I'll start at the top. I'll do mine first, and we'll go kind of round robin here. My number 4 was a couple of yours. Who I think whose was this? So long ago. Eric, was this your number 5? Dubon?
That was my number 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my number 4. What else is there to say? Great figure. I love the color of the armor, like that. It's that blue gray color, right, Curtis?
Sure. I liked when you threw up Sligo. You had that blue light coming from the left. That was nice.
Yeah. That was all artificial, so you know. And no, the bird doesn't fly. And
I love that photo so much, though.
Yeah, it's more problems like we're learning as we go along. But it does. You can't pull it off the legs if you want to, so you can't make that happen. But yeah, great figure. Love the soft goods. I don't know, something about a ranger, man. Like, right? I mean, it's like it's everybody's like favorite character, a ranger. So there you go. That's my number 4. All right, Nate, back down to you. What is your number 4?
Oh man, I have to confess, at one point this fella was number 1, but he has fallen down to number 4. It is our new Attila.
Oh wow! Okay,
Nice.
Number 4.
Yeah,
first appearance on the list.
You know, beautiful new sculpting, new color, the new gold with him, the new pauldrons, the head. This was the introduction of the face plates. There's so much I could say about this. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful figure. Just love him. Yeah, very regal.
For sure.
Yeah, excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love this. I was so happy to get this.
Unmasked head is the pop and swap champion of the year, probably.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be everybody's Space Marine for sure.
Right.
Because of the scars and stuff. Good pick. Good pick. All right. Back down to you, Bill. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Vorga.
Vorga. Okay. We're moving over to Cosmic again.
You know, yep, back to Cosmic. So, you know, she is, to me,
such a good
one of the
figure,
best figures of that wave. It's just such a nice build. You know what I mean? It's the first female 1.0. It's got this, I don't know, again, like back to this Space Marine kind of thing. Like it just got that kind of vibe to it that just, I don't know, just hits really well. And it's got a lot of unique parts too. Like this figure has a completely unique torso, right? I think the skirt piece is unique to this character.
Yep.
Right. And so the arms, at least right now, are unique to her. So tons of stuff. Just
gorgeous color scheme.
Figure. Yep.
Yeah, good pick.
I do love her. I think my experience with this particular prototype right here kind of scarred my love of her in post. Like I love the final figure, but like I had such a time with this that it, like, I don't know, it scarred me. But I do love her. I love the way she poses. I've had fun like shooting her once or twice. So it's a great pick.
That
color scheme on
awesome
this is
too.
great.
She's a badass, man. I don't know why, just random, probably good 6-foot shelf dive today, and not a thing wrong with her.
Yeah, my Kragnar took her out a while ago. I haven't had any problems with Kragnar. I think I was doing something. I might have hit the shelf or something. I'm not sure, but I know people have talked about their Kragnar falling over, which can hurt.
Yeah.
All right, who are we up to? Jesse.
You can stay on this page. My number 4 is going to be the Sphyxian Block Commander.
Sphyxian Block Commander too. Interesting.
I love the color scheme on the armor of the regular Sphyxian Guard more.
Yeah.
But I love the head. I love the green wings on this guy. I just getting to see that full alien creature face. I just really dig that color scheme.
Yeah.
Or the sculpt on him rather. And again, the green wings are great.
Yep.
I love the digitigrade legs that they have.
Right. Very nicely done
on those. The stinger, the abdomen and everything, the little just all the different accessories to make this thing feel definitely not humanoid, I think are great. Just all around really love this
thing. This thing was nuts when I opened it up and saw it, man. Like I couldn't believe these little arms. Well, first of all, I was like, oh God, no, please. But then I was like, oh my God, this is going to be incredible. I couldn't wait to get the production version of these things because they're so cool. These wings, when I opened up the wings, I was like, oh, this is nuts, man. Just the translucency of these things and the colors. I actually like the green wings on the guard too, like on the blue figure too. But kind of a purist, so I haven't really put them on the shelf that way, but they do look good.
Yeah,
Good pick. Good pick.
Really good pick.
All right, Joe, where am I staying? Am I staying here? Am I going over to Mythic?
Mythic. I also picked Attila too.
There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. That figure, to me, I felt like it was a game changer. It's one of my favorites in the line. Putting him on that throne dio that I had, he's just an amazing figure. Like Bill said, that unhelmeted head is probably the most seen Mythic Legions part of the year. There's hardly anywhere that it doesn't pop up, you know. But just the detail and the sculpt.
New soft goods. I don't think I mentioned that. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Right. Just everything about this figure screamed superstar to me. So
yeah, like I love he was number one at one point.
I love the way the soft goods fit on this cape too. Like I like the solution to this, making it look a little different than everything else. Really, really cool. Jeremy, don't make me kick you off, okay? All right. This is my boy right here. All right.
He knows it's fake.
I don't think it is fake. How about that? Okay. I think the lore is wrong. Okay. Curtis, what's your number 4? Where am I going?
Right there in Mythic. You know, staying with, you know, customizing theme. Got the deluxe female orc from the game.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, you know, just kind of thinking about like ones that I used a lot of this year and ones that are great value. This thing is one set of legs away from 2 full figures.
Yeah.
And there's just so many great parts. I love the different orc heads that it came with. Just added a lot of variety to, you know, my orc collection. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. And, you know, not only that, but if you got this and you got the, you know, the male and female elf, you get all these 2.0 parts that you can kind of mix and match and all these different ways. And, you know, just getting those was a lot of fun. And out of the 4 of those, this was my favorite.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. These were great, man. I mean, I really like the elves. I mean, I did like the female orc, probably a little bit better than the male orc. I really like the female elf too. I love these packs, man. I think these were really kind of underrated. I think like maybe just because of the, you know, the issues and stuff with getting them out to people and things like that. May have played a factor or played a part in that, but I think they're great, and I think they were definitely a good value for all the stuff that you got. Like you said, a leg set away from having 2 figures, which is incredible. Good pick. All right, Eric, we're back down to you. Where am I going?
All right. Mine's another double, actually. So I picked the same one as Jesse, the Spexian Block Commander.
Oh, wow.
I also, you know, like Jesse said, I do appreciate the blue on the other Spexian, but there's something about the unhelmeted head on this one and the iridescent sheen of those green wings.
Yeah, the wings
guys are awesome. I love everything about the Spexians. The weirder, the better for Cosmic for me. And they definitely, it was like one of those things, you know, we saw the Spexians and we knew they were going to get weird. And board for it.
Do you? I mean, would you take knowing like? I mean, I don't. I get stuck in the lore now, whereas when I first started collecting these things, I didn't. I really want to take one of the miners and that open mouth head and paint it like one of these guys, so that you can swap it out and have him like screaming, you know, orders or something like that, or yelling down the hallway with a gun or whatever. Totally going to do that for sure.
That'd be awesome.
Even though they're supposed to be singing and not screaming, but I imagine it's kind of the same thing. You know, mouth position wise, I guess like that's probably what this looks like. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's got to be screaming.
Yeah, that's awesome
for sure.
That'd be a great.
That's going to be up there for sure.
Very cool.
Joe, is that what the folks in the mine look like that you work with?
Just only on lunch break. On their lunch break, you know, that looks like right.
Tongues come out.
Yeah. It's time to eat.
Going for the General Chow's, grabbing
You're not all down there singing together.
I don't know what kind of mine they're in, but nobody's singing in the mine I work.
You're not down there singing some T-Swizzle all together.
No, it is. Wow. It is not that kind of mine. There's none of that going on.
There you go. There you go, Van. So you got some people on your side. There you go. There you go. Hopefully you voted. If you didn't vote, you know, who knows? Yeah, Blaze says the female elf would 100% make my top 5 for sure. It didn't make mine, but it is great, man. There's just so many great figures that came out that it was very good. I did like that one though, for sure. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
That's a total blurg.
Yeah, this was probably the hardest thing I did all year. Was picking.
Right? It was a major struggle,
my favorite
man.
Legions. Oh man,
there's so many good ones, and just 5 to not even be able to put like night, 10 up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
What's our
round robin back? I know, right? Yeah.
Well, you got to show the audience pick, don't you?
Oh, we do. We do.
Yeah, do we want to check in on our Xylonian
giveaway?
Xylornian, or how did you spell it?
Xylornian.
We still only have 68 entries. I'll pop it up here again. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of a chance because we got 100 people in here. This is for a Xylornian guard, free of charge. So, like, let's pump this one up here. A Xylornian.
Yeah, it was a couple people's number 5 pick, but let me tell you what: if you don't have one, you're missing out.
Oh yeah.
And if you do have one, you can always use another. Yeah.
Army builder.
People on the panel are not qualified for this giveaway. You got the gift of being on the show, so that's your prize.
I did the
watch him win. Watch him win anyway.
He probably will. He probably will. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, has Mike entered, Curtis?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to leave that up for another. All right, we got 75 people here. I'm going to leave that up for another minute. As soon as we're done with this reveal of the number 4 as voted by you, we will pick this the winner of this because we got another giveaway to give away. Yeah, whatever. Later on. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Man.
Definitely one that was on the cusp for me.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah. A little surprised this is 4th place too. But I mean, again, we're talking about both mythic and cosmic, and there's a lot of stuff. I thought this guy got kind of a surge towards the end of the year as soon as people started getting it, and you know, I see a lot of people even outside of the normal venues like posting pictures of him and stuff. So
2 cosmics so far.
2 cosmics. Sligo
it was
and Novian at 4th. Yep.
That latest cosmic pick I posted that featured Bill's head from Brian Burke.
Yes.
I used Novian with his back to the camera and telling me I struggled having to do that, but it was he's got such a cool look even from behind, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But yeah, it was like the first picture I'm doing of him is that. I almost felt guilty, but it worked out good.
Speaking of that, Trevor, look what I got.
What do you got?
Oh,
that's some big Oh, you got it. Oh, nice.
That's
Courtesy
so cool.
Of Blaze Bear.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. I can't wait to do something with this. I got something in mind, and I just need some parts and some time. So hopefully
that's sweet.
Hopefully the next thing I'll work on. But yeah, shout out to Von Burke Studios for that.
Yeah, Brian and EMO.
Yep. All right, we got 79 people. You got 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Ryan Piedaloo? Ryan Piedaloo. Congratulations. Congrats, Ryan. If you're here, just hit me up on Instagram, 16_shooter, or on Facebook, just my name. You can find me in the Cabal, but I will get that out to you. Congrats to Ryan.
Sweet.
All right, cool. All right, let's jump back to here. And now we can continue with Eric, your number 3 pick for Mythic Cosmic Legions.
So my number 3 is Olek Thygar, the Grave Ring version.
So we're jumping over to Cosmic, yeah.
Similarly to the Block Commander, I think a lot of people like the Valkatar version more.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. Yeah, yep.
The scaly torso and the arms, I just love it.
Yeah. Do you love it from a customizing standpoint, or you just love it from the figure and customizing?
I love it in general. I think it's just very visually interesting having all the scales and the way the light hits it, and I think it's really cool. It's just visually interesting. I think the other version, like like the Spexian, it's like I could interchange them. Yeah, I really like the spacesuit a lot too, especially the helmeted head. But my favorite of the two is definitely this version.
Let's just take a second to admire these paint apps that this is nuts, man. Like this is the prototype, and this is what you're getting. Like this is what it looks like. It's insane. Like it really is crazy that they can get this amount of detail.
There's a lot of variation in it and things. I mean, you didn't have to put those variances in, but the fact that they did, I mean, it's another thing that just makes them very visually appealing, even if you don't really understand why you're drawn to it. Like that's probably one of the reasons why.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little wash in these like crevices and stuff. So you're getting the detail in that. And then just the transition from this light blue or from the blue to the light blue, and then the darker blue on the shoulders. And it's nuts, man. There's so much work that went into this head and this torso. It's incredible. Incredible figure. Really, really good. I do prefer the other version, not the Grave Ring. It's the Havalkatar version, but I do like the Grave Ring version as well. Both very good. All right, cool. Good pick. All right, am I staying on Curtis on Cosmic, or are we moving over to Mythic?
Back to Mythic.
Number 3. Back to Mythic for your number 3.
Back to Mythic, and I am going with the Shadow Orc Grunt.
All right, okay.
Just another one. Like Jesse said, it was great doing the reveal for it, but I was going to buy a bunch of this either way. It's just trying to build out that Shadow Orc army. And then from a customizing standpoint, just having those dark joints is great for customizing anyway. So
true.
Yeah, just great figure. I think out of all the reinforcements, it's definitely the one that was the coolest for me, and so I had to put it up here.
Yeah, you can definitely get away with a lot of dark colors putting those joints in there, right? Like you could do a dark green, even a black and stuff like that, without having to like worry about it showing so much. If it does happen,
that's cool. That's a great point.
Or even just dyeing this has got to be a quicker dye job than if you're going that route than something else like a green or something like that.
And I like the subtle how it goes like on the inside of the legs and the arm, how it goes from brown to kind of the darker like black. There's just a nice fade to it for a Legion builder figure. It's got some nice paint on it.
You can see it right there. There's a little bit of a light brown to sort of that dark brown gray color in there. Yeah, you're right. For a Legion builder, it has some nice subtle shades to it for sure. Cool. All right, Joe, number 3.
All right, I also picked Olek Thygar for my number 3, but I picked the Havalkatar version.
There you go.
So
got the variety.
To me, he's kind of like the main hero. He's the Batman of Cosmic. Getting 2 figures. in the first wave.
Right.
And I just get that vibe from him. Just that main character vibe, and that armor is done so well and looks so cool.
Another one that like the paint apps are insane. Yeah, paint's insane. Like you get the same kind of blues on the head, which is a smaller area, but you still have to. There's a lot of detail there. And then just all the little details in the blues and the oranges on the stripes and things like that. I mean, these things are...
I love that head right there, too. Like, he looks so serious. Has that
this is my favorite helmet.
Face. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite helmet. I mean,
I
this
like
is
that
nice.
You know what
but I
swap I like with this guy is to take
What's that?
Vorga's thighs to like complete the full armor look.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
So it's all black.
Try that.
Yeah, interesting.
Yep.
And her thighs have some gray, have that gray accent color too, so it matches pretty well.
Yeah, and when Joe Vassapolo and Jeremy were doing their like pop and swap and stuff, they put the cape from the retailer Headless Horseman on this thing, and that orange is really cool. Like it, it really,
yeah. I don't know why you need a cape in space, but I dig it.
Hey,
I mean,
everybody's
I'm down.
cooler with a cape.
All right,
I know.
Darth Vader.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
wasn't,
Darth Vader again.
Wasn't Vorga's thighs the name of a '80s band?
Yeah, I think that was.
That's why they
I
call
think that
him
was,
Thygar, because he steals
yeah.
everybody's thighs.
They used to tour with Eve's Plum, I think.
The album Dangerous Curves.
That's right.
Oh yeah, classic.
All right, Jesse, where am I going?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to bring him back up.
Right.
It's already been mentioned a couple times, but number 3 for me is Dubon.
Okay. All right. We'll bring him up. Now, why Dubon here?
A lot of my character, or a lot of the ones I picked are like
spell tonight
for the story and the character behind it. I really like his story. Again, you were saying everybody loves a ranger. Like he does have kind of an Aragorn vibe to him. I love the face sculpt on that. I hope to get like an unhooded one someday.
Yes.
To swap out, even if it's just a heads pack or something.
Yep.
I really like this character. Just where my imagination goes with him, I see him as being kind of like maybe a liaison between Noble Bear and Zylona's flock, since he's got that colder weather vibe going for him. So he's part of Zylernia, but like he goes up and has a beer with the guys in the mead halls or whatever for the Noble Bear.
Yeah.
So
he's that guy that can kind of get along with everybody because he's just a cool, badass dude. Yeah, that was my one. Like, I liked this head sculpt, and I like the way it looks, even with the cape, with the soft goods. That's supposed to be sort of the same because they did a great job of color matching it. But I would have loved to have had like a soft goods hood that you could pull back and have the head.
That's why I'm excited for Zendi. Zendi has that, like, and they even kind of went back, like with Manisha, and went back to the plastic hood. But I would love it if they just kind of went soft good hoods.
Yeah,
forward.
same.
It never quite looks as good sitting there as the plastic hood does. Like you really got to play with it, and it never quite has it. It with a wire you can get a good you can get it pretty close, but I get why they do it
over it.
Yeah,
though,
me too for sure, definitely.
I'll take both. I'm on team give us both.
Yeah,
there you go.
They did it with the skirt piece on the Zylernian guard.
You want soft goods, Eric? Wait, what?
I want soft goods for the people who want soft goods.
Thank you.
And I want plastic for the people who want plastic.
You lie, sir.
Here.
Anyway,
I will say Dubon's cape is probably my favorite piece of soft goods I've ever encountered.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think you're gonna like Manisha's Cinderhorn's cape. It's like a Batman cape. It's crazy.
Oh, that's cool.
Bill, what do you got for number 3?
Number 3. So I had on my full list, I had the Gorgo Attila 2-pack. So since they're separate here, I'm going to go with Gorgo as my favorite of those two. So the Gorgo 2 is my number 3.
Good pick.
Like it's a combination of like, I just love all the new armor and all the new design to the armor and the helmet and the collar and just all the new intricacies of it. I was a huge fan of Baron Volgar 2 because of that same thing. Like this very unique sculpt specifically for this character. And then also because Gorgo was always the figure that I wanted, like, of all there were 2 that I really wanted. That it was Scapular and Gorgo. And so I was able to get Gorgo finally. So I mean, just he's such a main guy. So just super pumped to have him, and I love that. I love the antlers. I love getting the sword, just all of it together. And his cape is great. His cape is amazing.
Yep. Another unique way of putting the cape on, which I liked a lot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this was a tough one for people to get, and it was, the first one was great, but it had some of those basic parts and stuff like that. And there's another one that, as much as I'm a completist and I want all those, it is like these version 2s, not 2.0s, but version 2s have been amazing. Like for the most part, I've loved every one of them. I think it gives him more of his position, you know what I mean, in the lore and stuff like that. He stands out a little bit more from the rest of the pack. So good, cool.
The only thing I want is on those ones that have the big shields, give us the old style clamp for the shield instead of the handle, because they are so heavy, man.
I agree. You should try when they're printed in resin. That's fun. Like, I think every one of these, there's a stand here that you don't see that I photoshopped out because they just would not hold these things.
They were
just way
17 pounds.
Exactly. Felt like it. I agree with that. I hate those clip things. I wish there was some other way to do it, but it does work better for holding these big shields, I think, in place.
I have I was talking to somebody that said that they swapped out a cosmic gauntlet for because it gets covered by the shield anyway, and then you can just plug it right into the port.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Huh.
So that's not a bad idea at all.
That is
It's a really good
smart.
idea. Cool. Okay. Who are we up to? Nate.
Yes,
Number 3.
We've spoken quite a bit about my number 3 pick, and he comes from my favorite faction, Xylonis Flock. It's the Xylernian Guard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, when this was added to the All Stars, it was such a great surprise, and I was blown away just when they did that, and to get it in hand again. The playability, the pop and swap, the value, we've spoke so much about it, so I'm not going to belabor it, but yeah, it's just a phenomenal figure.
Great figure. Good number 3. My number 3. What the hell is my number 3? Okay. We're jumping over to Cosmic here. Well, I'm paying attention to everything else. I can't keep track of what I'm thinking.
Multitasking.
I mean, this is tough for me because this was my most anticipated figure. A couple things overtook it, obviously, because it's my number 3. But I still love Zirian. I still love as much as this is not. I mean, there's a lot new because it was Cosmic, but like, I love this thing, man. I love these soft goods. I love this head sculpt. I just like the way this poncho's made, and again, there we go. I've got the hood there.
Yeah.
She's just fun. She's just fun to pose. She looks badass with the severe haircut and stuff, and the alternate mask and head sculpt. I'm a sucker for extra head sculpts, especially when you can do something else with them. So yeah, I love her, man. She's still great.
She's awesome.
Yep.
That soft good, that is just so cool. It's amazing.
Poncho. I mean, a poncho is poncho greater than cape, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, she's like got a total gunslinger vibe, and it's badass.
Yeah. And how amazing was it seeing her 1-1 at Legions Con? It was like unbelievable.
They've got to make that head into a figure scale at some point.
Snarling,
on it.
Yeah, that wouldn't that be? That'd be amazing.
It's done. There's head packs, right?
Packs. Yeah, baby.
No inside knowledge, but that could be definitely a great head sculpt. I'd love to see those head packs be more like at least a couple pieces, and they were like the vampire was one you could definitely swap onto any kind of vampire you wanted, but to actually have something that's like, here's a new head sculpt for X character, and then have be sort of generic and stuff like that.
You could have like a character pack and then the generic pack.
Yeah,
that would be better. I would love a character pack. That would be fantastic.
Pack, but with face plates for the characters.
Oh wow!
So you'd have multiple
they have
heads
helmets.
and multiple face
that'd be
plates.
sweet.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, if it warrants that, absolutely, for sure.
I love how our sniper's got a sling too. That's such a cool look, when you can put that on with.
Yeah, and that's the only one that came with that piece, right? That with that, which is another cool thing. I just loved it. I don't know, it just felt like a toy that I would have loved as a kid.
Oh, for sure.
Even as a kid, it was like it's a girl, but it's cool.
She's hot.
I wasn't a sexist as a kid. I had Leia. I had everything else. Nor am I as an adult. Let me just.
I was going to say, did that change?
Yeah, I've grown into being a sexist.
Yeah, I didn't start out
proud of it.
Yeah. I had to work really hard at it.
Right, exactly. All right, let's jump over to third place. Your pick for third place, the collector group of you. Here we go. Number 3.
There he is.
There he is. You knew it was coming. You knew it had to happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm. This is the only time I'm going to bring this up, but I love with all the consternation over, color and whatever. Like everybody got this in hand. Is like, I love him. Yeah, fantastic figure. We've said everything we could say about it, but that cape is excellent. It's just great. So there you go. Here's your number 3.
Awesome.
All right.
What do we got in the comments? Anything over here? Young Santa. That's true. That's a good use for that head for sure. Ziri is my first Cosmic Legion, and the Gunslinger vibe and blue hue is what did it. Yeah, I mean it's great. Blue Bond. Shut up.
Trunk Gizmo says definitely poncho greater than cape. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll do one more, and then I got another giveaway to do. So we'll do our round 2. We'll do our second place votes because we got a few other things to do here. So we just want to get through all these things. So I'm going to start out with my second place vote, and that is we're going to go back to if I can get there, the Mythic checklist, and it is very tough to put this one number 2. Very, very hard because this boy, this is my faction, and he's fantastic. Super happy, even with this prototype, as heavy as that shield was. He was incredible looking. Like just getting these face plates was like, I just knew people were going to lose their minds over that. Like, and the connotations of that, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Going forward. And I love this head sculpt. I love how they fleshed this character out because, I think he got the short shrift, and I know even though, the Euro Legion boys, have their issues with him, I think he's a great character.
He looks even better when you make him into an orc. So, just saying.
Okay.
That I gotta see.
That's right.
I have yet to see that. You got him?
Oh,
there we go. Oh, I got it. We got to clear that up. We need some more light. We need some more light on that. Oh God. Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was not his face as an orc. It's the head sculpt as an orc with the thing over it. That's awesome.
Yeah. When those packs came in, that's all I did was just pop and swapped everything for like 2 days.
You got to dirty up that armor.
It's a shame, you didn't keep your figure as it was for a little while before you tore it apart.
I know. I didn't appreciate it at all.
Touche, Jesse. Touche.
Too bad I already had one. I had the original, so I was good.
Happy New Year, Hedgehog Action with the $2 bond. Happy New Year, Jonathan. Check out Saturday day. I don't know. Are we Saturday day nighttime now?
Saturday day live at night.
It is at night, though. We are going at night most of the time now because that took me by surprise, I guess.
The last few, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've missed them.
Let us know, Jonathan, if that is the going forward time slot because to put that. I mean, I always put the notification on, but.
And they're feuding with Lorne Michaels now, so.
Oh, really? Is somebody coming after him for the name?
Well, they showed a clip from Saturday Night Live a couple weeks back, and they got kicked
off that's right.
YouTube.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's right. Saturday Night Day Live. Good.
Saturday Day Live, Night Live.
Night time
Saturday night
after hours.
Saturday Day Live after hours.
Saturday night night.
I think you got to work. I think you got to work legions in there somehow. That's not all
Right?
legions.
Yeah.
I think he purposely made it confusing just so people talk about it more.
It's a brilliant strategy. I mean, any
clever
any
marketing. Yeah.
place, right? Exactly.
One thing's for sure.
You're tuned in all day, just you don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Going later, I think, was the right move.
Yeah, I think so too. Although I gotta say, like, I'm doing stuff on Saturday afternoon. Like, it's usually like house stuff, or I'm down here shooting. And it was nice to have the boys, talking in my ear while I was doing that. That was kind of nice. But
I
I'll
work
save the Euro
Saturdays
Legions for Saturday.
So I miss them a lot because I have to work sometimes.
You're down singing away in those mines, are you, on Saturday?
Yeah. hitting those high notes.
I had to buy 2 of the 2 packs. I am so torn not to open the second, but Horsemen went and wrote all over it. So now it's a prison.
Yeah.
Damn
Those
them.
runes have sealed them in with the runes.
There you go. Saturday late.
Saturday.
That's good. Saturday Legions Nightish Daytime Live Fun Time Live. I like it.
Saturday sometime.
Luck dog. Yeah, exactly. All right. Who we got? We got Nate. Nate, what's your number 2? Where am I going?
Number
Mythic
2.
Cosmic?
We are going to Cosmic, baby.
All right.
I can't remember if this was someone's pick or if it was the voted pick, but it is Sligor is my number 2.
Sligor, yeah, it was the number 5. Now, I don't think anybody's picked it in our group yet, but Sligor was the number 5 pick from everybody.
I'm just freaking blown away by this figure. Like, it's just stunning. It's so sci-fi. I love the color of the armor. There's so many different looks you can accomplish with this figure.
Yep.
I mean, you can just play with it for days. It just looks freaking awesome on a shelf.
Yep.
I'm just over the moon with it. Yeah. The head's great. I mean, all the different heads and yeah.
Yeah, even having seen all this stuff, like when I opened it up, I was like, wow, there is really, I mean, I obviously I put all these together, but I mean, I don't know, like just like opening it up and going, wow, there really is a lot of alternatives.
Yeah, I mean, Bill, you're talking about having so many Xylarnian guards. I mean, this is the one that you could have. You can't have enough because there's just so many looks you can accomplish.
This was the other one that I was alluding to, that I have 5, 6 of these maybe.
And
this is also my number 2, so might as well just throw that in there right now.
Because, all right, there you go.
Yeah, and what you said about this is the Barbarian Builder. He's my favorite mythic figure still of all time, I think. And so I could just, it was a great comparison because that's totally what he is for this wave, at least right now.
And he's got that head that's so versatile. Like, pop that thing on the Wall Tour Cosmic figure. It's like chef's kiss right there. It looks so good on there.
Yeah, it's amazing on so many different things.
For sure. All right, who's next? Jesse.
Was this number 2?
This is number 2.
We're going number
Mythic.
2. Jesse.
Back to Mythic. Okay.
Who does number 2 work for? Number 2 works for Boreas, the horse.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Now, I know there's no new tooling, there's no new parts.
Okay.
It's just color differences, but
great.
Boreas was the first horse that got like a full background and story. And being named after one of like the mythological winds. Is it the west wind or the north wind? I forget which one.
North, I think.
And again, just the combo of him with Dubon. Like I put my Dubon on as soon as I got both those figures open, and they've just been together ever since I got them.
It just works, right? I mean, again, like I know Jeremy has said this several times, like they weren't meant to go together. But then I just picked him to go on the horse just to show a picture of somebody on the horse, not just him grazing out in the pasture or whatever. And it's just like it just like worked. Like those gray blue shades just like work together so well. Let's see, he's named after the Stormwind body, the northern winds. There you go,
Northern
Jesse.
wind, yeah.
Northern winds cutting through any foe. Yeah,
And I love
it's a
how we
beautiful
got
color.
the lower legs. You know that. You know, if you wanted, when we first had Balius, if you wanted that look, you had to pop them with
Centaur,
So this, I just love that look. I mean, I can't wait to get this in all black with the unicorn, but I love this sort of the gray and the black combo. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yep. It also had the heavier collar as opposed to Balius. Like this one's got that heavier collar piece, which is I think really nice.
Right. He's a stunning horse.
For sure. This one's going to be my Templar horse, so I'm going to take the soft goods off of the Templar horse coming out and put it on this one. I just like the look of it better. So
yeah, I like to have like, I don't know, I don't have room for it, but I like to have like a stable of like a couple of different color horses for like, I'll swap out the parts if I'm going to do Templars or something like that, just so everybody has kind of a variety of, you know, colors. They're not all, you know, just brown horses like we started out with. But I do, one thing I would like with the horses is to see some different, I think we talked about this before, kind of like Boss Fight does with their like tack packs or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some different styles, you know, maybe a little bit more. I mean, this is a little Western. I'd love to see something a little, you know, more, I don't know, like especially for like the elves, a little more ornate, you know, some kind of ornate gold, you know, maybe more of a squarish shape or something like that. It'd be cool.
Yeah. Drunk Gizmo Customs has some stables that he's been making, and I picked up one at Legions Con. It's really nice. So
yeah, I saw those. They're incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I bet he'll bring them to, I'm assuming he's going to bring them to MuskeeCon.
Just don't believe him when he tells you it's going to fit inside a DTOF. So.
Well, he is drunk.
That's true.
Is Alberto saying that
measure
Boreas
once, cut twice
is what got him into Legions? Sold the line for me, period.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boreas is
one of the cool things about the Mythic Legions horses that I saw this year, where there was a lot of Ninja Turtles fans buying them to go with the Turtles 3 movie, Samurai Turtles.
Okay.
I saw in the Turtles group, people were like, "What's the best horse for these figures?" And everyone was like, "Mythic Legions is the only way to go." And I think that those horses got a lot of people into Mythic Legions this year.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yep. I agree with that. I saw a lot of people talking about that on YouTube, about the same exact thing. That everybody was going for those horses for the Samurai Turtles. Yep, for sure. Where are we, Joe? You're number 2.
Cosmic for me.
Cosmic checklist.
So,
and we are going
Novian Lean.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah, it's just the combination of parts for his body is just amazing. I love the head sculpt too, don't get me wrong, and the fact that we actually get a reactive face with him.
Yeah,
but it's those parts, the boots. You know, looks like he's wearing some type of coverall with armor over it. The neck piece that goes inside his armor, you know, that makes it look padded inside. Just he's got
such a nice touch,
mini rocket launcher. Yeah. Just like it feels like
they didn't have to do that, right?
Right.
Yeah. Same thing with
even
like
without that big armor piece.
But I like it without that collar.
Yeah,
I like the collar. I like the fact that you can do this and it still looks cool. It's not his head floating on which is cool. I mean, I really like that too as well. So
I didn't know that he had a boot cut until I got the figure in hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's just so much to love with this figure. So
yeah, for sure.
And I love that he's the lore is he's partners with Gyra. I just like the two of them together. I'm shipping them. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Curtis, number 2. Where are we going?
Back to Mythic.
Mythic.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are going with like bounty hunters and horses and kings with fake hammers and all this kind of stuff. So I feel like we got to class this thing up and go with Lord Bashadi, the Alpha.
Oh,
Lord Bashadi.
Yeah.
You suck up.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
They're still not going to let you on Legion's chest.
He's not even watching.
Well, once again, I made my list based on customizing, and I just felt like this was, this came out before we had Monkey King in hand, and I just felt like this kind of gave us some parts towards samurais and that kind of armor. Also the removable chest plate, and then you had all the third party companies start, putting out, the different chest plates and stuff. True. So, in terms of customizing, I knew I wanted to pick one of the Furious 4 ones for this, and I just feel like this one, to me, I felt like it had more potential. So that's the one I went with.
I think Steve feels that way too.
Yeah.
And it became readily available for customizing this year, right? Like it got the regular release, $37. Like these,
what a
both of
steal
these,
for that.
both of these,
Yeah, and a lot of
figures are just
shows it was at.
ton of stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's a total steal for this figure.
I do love this cape. I mean, even though it's one of the more basic, the earlier basic capes, I like the torn look of it and stuff. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he is badass. There's no doubt about it.
And that red enamel look to the armor is there's nothing else like it in the line at this point.
Yep.
That at least that I have.
Yep. So he's got a gloss for sure. Yeah, I love it. I love the combination of the gloss and the dull armor and the leather armor in the front. It's really cool.
Really shows how much he gets into battle.
That's
only
right.
problem with him, like Empire.
Exactly. Like never.
Right.
Hedgehog says, was that this year? And I believe, you can talk about how you put the list together, but I think that was the standard release was this year. Is that correct?
We broke up. We broke up the standard releases. We didn't put these guys on last year's list because I didn't do the special releases on last year's list. So we may change it up next year again. I mean, based on Eric's input, maybe I'll do an overall category, and then we'll, everything out of everything, we'll add the special editions in. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, these guys got put in here this year because the regular editions came out this year. So
and he would have actually been a little bit higher on my list, but much like Mbira's kind of funky smell, like just having to get the cigar stink out of this figure.
I know. Yeah, right. There is that. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure if you guys saw, but it looks like Joe Vasapolo might be teasing a little something there. He says, so you guys like black and red? Glad to hear it. So interesting.
Wait, we might get more black and red figures? Are you kidding me?
Wait,
wow, you heard it here first.
Cool?
Breaking news.
Yep.
Heavy spoilers.
Yep. It's a good combo.
Eric, number 2. Mythic or Cosmic?
My number 2, it was hard to hold back when they were on the list earlier. But my number 2 is Vorga.
Okay.
I absolutely love Vorga. I love everything about the character and the figure, and I think it's one of the coolest figures in all of Horseman history. Really.
Wow.
I absolutely
That's
love
high
it.
praise.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can't praise the figure anymore. I mean, I absolutely love this figure.
So despite not having the special edition stuff and the Figura Obscura ends, she would still make the top 5 even with those in there, would you say? I mean, you don't have to tell us right now like where she would come, but like
yeah. She was on my original.
All right, cool.
That's
all
awesome.
Right, very cool. We're gonna let's move this along because we're running a little late and we got some more categories to go and another giveaway. All right, so Eric, we got to do the audience. Yeah, okay. So the audience number 2 pick. Here we go. Drum roll, please. There he is.
Nice.
Yeah. Really happy to see this happen. I wasn't sure about this one, man. I wasn't.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that he was going to make it in. This was another one that seemed like I think people liked it, but just because of the circumstances of the getting it out to people and stuff, But I think a figure is a figure is a figure, and it's a great figure for sure.
Fake hammer.
Awesome.
Number 2. What was that, Curtis?
Huh? So, something about a hammer.
Okay. If you had a hammer. with Hammer in the evening. All right, let's do a quick giveaway here. We are going to start collecting for. This is going to be a $25 gift certificate. It's an electronic gift certificate, so you'll get it like tomorrow. And you'll be able to put that towards if you haven't gotten anything from the sale, or if you want to get something else from the sale, you'll be able to do that, or you can save it for the next sale because you got the in stock coming up in February. So this is gonna be a $25 4 Horsemen gift certificate. Noble Bear. So let's start getting that in. We'll start collecting those, and we'll move on to our first place, our number ones, at least for Mythic and Cosmic, and then we'll race through the other ones. We'll talk a little bit more about the special editions, I think, but the Mythic and Cosmic we'll just kind of go through quick. So Eric, what was your number one pick between Mythic and Cosmic?
So number one for me is Kragnar.
Oh, cool.
Ragnar. Wow.
Yeah,
interesting. Why?
Like I said, the weirder the better. I love the massive, scaly orange guy with 4 arms.
Yeah.
He's so cool. And, I do have kind of a little bit of a deeper connection to it because when they first showed the test shots for Cosmic Legions at PowerCon, Jeremy let me pick up Kragnar and kind of mess around with him a little bit. And,
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, I fell in love with him then.
This whole back scheme, the way they did this, I think is just, it's just one of the examples of the, it's a genius. To hear the word genius around, but it's an excellent, just to have those little back plugs that you can have 2 arms or 4 arms, and it just looks kind of semi-seamless. It looks just such a
the
great
arms
idea.
look really good, like in a relaxed position too. Like when you're posing them around, they look good hanging down.
Absolutely.
Just a great design. Really cool figure.
Really should have come with chains, though. I'm really kind of disappointed that it didn't come with chains. Just kidding. It's a joke. But I think he looks great with 2 arms too. I mean, I wouldn't ever have him on the shelf without the 4 arms because it's so unique and cool. But like, he does look good.
Mm-hmm. Great. Yeah, both heads are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Wish I can get a little more play out of that head. That's one of my only things. But what are you gonna do? Like, it's a unique neck, and it looks great the way it is. I mean,
you can't turn it in the picture.
I know. That's what I mean. It should have come with chains. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's got this whole ceiling thing too. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, where is that? We got ripped off.
Yep.
Terrible. All right, Curtis, what's your number one, Mythic and or Cosmic?
You can stay in Cosmic because it's the only Cosmic on my list because it's the only one you need, and that is the Tusk Sentry.
Yeah. Oh, Tusk Sentry. Oh, God, of course. How did I not guess this one? Good Lord. I mean, that's all you talk about.
This thing is customizing gold, man, especially if you got this for the Legion Builder price. I tell you what, if you're a customizer and you haven't painted up one of these things, the details that Eric sculpted in this thing are absolutely stunning. And it's just like this canvas that he gave you to paint on. And it's just so much fun. So yeah, this is my absolute favorite figure that they've ever done.
Basically, he's pre-primed too. So there you go. You don't even have to.
Yeah, I mean the colors work really well for painting right on top of it. And like I said, like some of these things, I really like doing a full figure paint of certain figures when they come out and they've got new tooling and stuff, because you really get to kind of see all the details up close as you're painting them and stuff. Yeah. And this one's just got some amazing stuff on it. And yeah, I absolutely love this figure.
And it looks damn good without a drop of paint on it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got there's a starkness to it that looks really cool. Mm-hmm. And as much as I like the translucence of some of the helmets, I really like when they're opaque like that, like the Callian Shun, I think is going to be like a really cool look when they got the writing on it and stuff. So it's just another thing that attracted to me to this. And it's the only piece of color.
The alien head he comes with is really cool as well.
It is. So,
yeah,
that's a very good head too.
Badass. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, forget about that head. That's really sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I should have had that. I don't know why I didn't have that pulled up. When I call on your name, I really don't.
I think I've seen
a lot of things going
through.
Well, we know when we get to our favorite Cosmic.
Of course. Joe, what'd you have for number one? Where am I staying here? Or where am I going here? Mythic or Cosmic?
My number one is Dubon.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
Hey, wow, nice.
Dubon
Yeah,
did very well.
they're
Very,
just-
very well. Obviously, he came in second in the public poll. Really, really popular.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, you guys covered so many things about him that I love. Also, he has a complexion. That's something that I like to see sometimes in figures, and
absolutely.
Just overall, the animal companion, the soft goods are killer. He has a great beard. Big fan of that. So overall, it's not any one thing. It's just all the little things made this my number one.
Yep. Great figure. Awesome. Jesse, number one, Mythic or Cosmic? Where are we going?
We're going to Cosmic for this one.
Okay.
And it's one that's been talked about quite a few times, so this isn't going to be a huge surprise for anybody, but it is Vorga.
Okay.
Damn, I thought he was going Century.
It's like, you don't even know me. Not a lot I can add. I just really like the story really does it for me with these characters, but I do really like the bigger 1.0 female build on her. And as soon as I got her in hand, I took all the Cosmic, the weapons and stuff away, because for my shelves, the Cosmic have crashed in Mythos. So I was trying to figure out which Mythic weapons to give to her and everything. And I just like that she's got a similar vibe to Neve from the Rising Suns, where it says she's one of the deadliest people in the Grave Ring. But her warm personality and her loyalty draw people to her. So I just think that's a really interesting dynamic for someone who's got that bigger brute kind of build to them. I'd
actually love to see this head done. You could do kind of a deity elf with this too, right? Even on a 1.0 body, or maybe a 2.0 body too, but more of a Mythic body would be kind of cool, actually.
I think
about it.
Back when they first announced Cosmic, and they had that kind of customizer special with Dennis and Nikki and Joe. I think Dennis did. He painted this head kind of in an elf.
I think you're right. Didn't he do a forest creature or something like that? It was kind of a tree-ish. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Good callback.
Yeah, really.
And no one's really talked about her BFG too. That's freaking badass.
The backpack, the gun, the way the gun feeds. I know we talked about the color scheme. I absolutely love the color scheme on her, the skin tones, all the little separations in the sculpt on her head and everything.
Yeah,
there's so many
hair grows out of that.
Yeah, just don't cover up her tattoo with that pauldron. So.
Oh no, she's only got one pauldron on my shelf.
You gotta show up that tat.
Not a fan of the double G's in her people's language, but other than that, it could get a little annoying after a while. But I mean, not that English makes any sense. So, all right, Bill, number one.
My number one is Swig. Oh wait, the Purple Gang left. Oh sweet, I can actually share my real number one, which is right here, and it is Slog.
I knew it. Very close to Swig, but 4 times the size, 6 times the size. And still green, but
close letters. But this figure just blew me away. I don't know why I wasn't super excited for it necessarily when I but once I got it out, and I even had the preview because I got the test shot. I got to review the test shot of it, and even that was cool and all, but I played it very tender with the test shots because they weren't mine. I had borrowed them. So I didn't really move it around. And then when I got it in hand, you add all that paint to it. Right. And it just brings out the sculpture so much, especially on the flesh and stuff. Right. And then being able to move it around, it moves so well, for a big chunky figure. It's not crazy range, but it's fun to pose him up. And just because he's so weird and crazy and big and different, it's this totally unique experience. And so for me, it just was like, yeah, it blew me away. Just awesome figure.
Yeah, this is one that I don't think I truly fully appreciated until I'm actually working on a full repaint of one right now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And similar to what I was just saying with the Century, like there's so many details that you kind of can overlook and miss. But when you're starting to throw the paint on this and you hitting it with the paintbrush, you really catch all this stuff. And it's amazing how many little tiny things that were included in this that you got to really look at it up close to catch. So yeah, it's an awesome figure
for sure. Yep, I was the same way, Bill. Like I didn't expect, even again, prototypes be damned, they just don't tell you what it's gonna be like. And he was so much fun to just move around, and he really held a pose, and you could really get him into some crazy, movement poses, which I didn't think was going to be really all that possible. And he's incredible.
I've never been a huge fan of the trolls. I like the trolls as a statue on the shelf in the back or whatever, but I've never been a huge fan of them because I can't really play with them too much. And this is like the complete opposite. This is like my troll, I
agree.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
it. All right, Nate, where am I going?
Staying right here.
Okay.
I have number 1 is Oleg Thygar Havelkatar.
All right.
Nice.
I know we've talked a lot about him. He just sums up Cosmic for me. Sums up sci-fi, everything that's awesome about sci-fi. Yeah, I mean we've covered it. I love the paint scheme on him, the parts, the heads. He's just so
I'm gonna say it right now, orange and gunmetal is the new red and black.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
Yeah. Least of base, man. It's so killer. I just absolutely love this figure.
Yeah, I want to see more of this. More orange, more black. And the blue, like the little blue is nice there too. Yeah, it's a gorgeous figure for sure. Definitely fun. That helmet is just I love that thing. I love it.
It's like I said, so sci-fi.
This was on my top 10.
All right, my number 1. This was. I don't know if this is recency bias, but I don't think it is. It's just this guy's amazing, man. He's just so much fun to play with. I love expressive sculpts. I want expressions for every figure going forward, or at least the options for them down the line. Because I love this open mouth. It's fantastic. Even the closed mouth one has a lot of character to it. Like we've talked about, the body's great. It's versatile. You can have that neck piece on there. You can take it off. I got a cape on him now that I got that I think Greg Tor Nerd turned me on to. I think it was. Just bounty hunter. Like it's just cool, man. I mean, he's, it's been said before, he's the Bosk of the of Cosmic Legions, but I think he's even kind of cooler than Bosk, honestly. So.
Yeah,
it's a good point about the expressive mouth too. I really hope we start getting some of that in Mythic, like some growling orcs and yelling soldiers or whatever. Yeah.
We get those in vampires. I mean, we don't have much else though. I mean, we don't have any mouth open orcs as far as I know, right? Do we?
Orcs, knights, any of that really?
Well, yeah. So that would be
Novian and Dubai. Those are the 2 that were in and out of my top 5. Like this entire time since you put this up. I mean, they're just phenomenal.
It was Attila and Novian, and I mean, I love Ziri, but like they're just like it's a basic figure. It's a cool figure altogether, but there's just so many cool pieces to this, and just the overall look, and Attila too. So I had to go with him. He was great.
Can I
go ahead.
No, I want to bring up Noah Pratt's comment. And
Yep.
I've thought about this a lot. So Noah says, I'm a bit surprised how much of a presence Cosmic has in these lists. Kind of surprised at so many Cosmics, right? And I think the thing is, like, it was the Cosmic year, right? Like all the newness was in Cosmic.
It's newness.
I mean, you did have the 2-pack, right? And you did have the Valiant Knight, but it's on a different category, right? But like all the new stuff, like there was 2 waves of Cosmic, and there was no primary Mythic wave this year. There was, like, if Poxus had come out this year, I think the lists would be very different.
I think you're right. That's a good point. That's a really good point, because there wasn't even though there was some new parts here and there wasn't something that was just like, oh my god, this is completely and utterly different.
It wasn't
and
a
that's
G-Con wave,
yeah, and that's what this was. I mean, that and we waited a while for it, and I think yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know if everybody who's collecting Mythic is collecting Cosmic. I don't think they are. I don't know if there are a lot of people that are just collecting Cosmic at this point, because they're not into. Although I've heard a lot of people say they're just not into fantasy, and they like space, and this kind of can go with.
I prefer Mythic.
Some of the other stuff
I'm a fantasy preference guy, but this was a best.
I generally do too.
List,
yeah,
you know, and some of these Cosmic figures are just killer. They're just great figures. It's a best of list, not
that's it.
Not Joe's
Exactly.
favorites.
Exactly.
Right.
I was totally emotionally invested in Cosmic Legions ever since I think it was a Pixel Dan interview with Cornboy, when Cornboy had mentioned Galactic Legions.
Yes. Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking about it from that moment on. And then now that it's, come to fruition and it's Cosmic, and I mean, it's everything I wanted it to be.
Yep.
And, I love Mythic and I will never leave Mythic, but had these two lines come out at the same time, I probably would have said, I'll stick with the space guys, and
wow,
maybe I'll pick up a few of those other fantasy dudes.
Wow. Yeah, I think for me, I've always wanted a fantasy line, and there really wasn't anything at the time when it came out that was, at least in the 6-inch range. And I think that's what appealed to me the most. I think if they had come out at the same time, I don't know, I'd be buying them both just like I am now. I think, I'm sure it wouldn't matter.
I'm the opposite. I never wanted fantasy. Like the Four Horsemen told me I wanted fantasy, and I went with it. And now I'm obviously glad I did. I absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to downplay them at all, but I've always been a sci-fi guy.
Yeah. All right, it's time to see. Go ahead, Jesse.
I was just going to chime in real quick too. Like Mythic is always going to be where my heart lies with this stuff. I think the designs and the sculpts and the stuff that Cosmic is putting out is awesome. But when I get them, other than Ox Crew, that wave, I got to figure out how to work them into my Mythic displays as I go forward. But I can't deny what Vorga and the Sphexians were this year.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more fantasy stuff especially and most importantly, Lord of the Rings, that I kind of love more than a lot of the sci-fi even at this point. But I love sci-fi. I mean, I just love good sci-fi. We're rewatching Andor, Curtis, and it's even better the second time around. Man, it's so good.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my wife is loving it, which I knew she would. It's just anyway. All right,
give it another shot, Curtis.
Yeah, give it another shot. It's really good. Okay.
Twice more, Curtis. You gotta watch it at least 2 more
don't make him watch it again.
Because you'll hear about it every Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Forget it.
I'm with David Williams here. Like I don't even care to pick. I'm just like Four Horsemen stuff. Like all three lines for me. It's like it's like all three are one thing.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Jesse too, man. Necronominus is going to dominate, I think, everything for me, honestly. Like I can't wait for it.
Imagine if both, like, it's a very distinct possibility that we have both Poxus and Necronominus in the same year.
This year,
Like, imagine that end of year list. Jeez.
Right.
I'm gonna be drowning in Elijah.
That's right.
He's going to be your new.
Yeah.
All right, it's time to see what you picked as the number one, and I think everybody's going to be a little shocked by this. This is your number one, as picked by you.
The Century.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
I did not see it coming either.
It doesn't surprise me though. Like
not
just
wrong.
sheer popularity.
Popularity,
I was
value,
being
such a great value.
Yeah. Now, this was a tight race between Dubon and the Zerlernian Guard, but the Zerlernian Guard got the massive amount of, vast amount of first and second place votes. When it got to third and fourth, Dubon kind of took over. So it was very close between the two of them, but that won out for number one, just slightly over Attila. But yeah. Yep, amazing. I was shocked. It was incredible. And it was kind of pulled out at the end too, because Attila was really leading things for a while, and then Dubon was catching up very quickly, and then suddenly out of nowhere,
Interesting.
I was like learning guard. Yep.
So
there you go.
All right.
I know. How could it not be the century? Noble Bear. We have 72 entries. We've still got 111 people here, which is awesome. Please hit that like if you don't mind before we draw this thing, and get your Noble Bear, hashtag Noble Bear. This is for a $25 Store Horseman gift certificate, which I will email out to you tomorrow, so you can use it for the Noble Bear, or save it, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. So I'll give you a couple more minutes, and we will jump into the next category that we have. And you know what? I got to bring this up. I got to bring up my thing, because I don't remember who won for. I don't have these categories broken out for big videos or anything for anybody, but we will talk about them. So I'm gonna have to go to my Google account. So why don't we start with Eric down at the bottom for your favorite Mythic figure, and can you take over, Nate, the screen, or no?
I don't know if I can.
Okay, I just got to log on my other account and just go to my
just point of order. I believe on the list when you were voting, it said best, not favorite. It said best Mythic.
Yeah.
So
okay, well, the best. Okay.
I just want to, because that makes a difference for me. I have different favorites than what I have best. So
whatever works for you, Curtis. That's
okay.
Fine. Whatever works for you.
So Empire. Let me give an example. Let me illustrate this. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie. A New Hope is my favorite Star Wars movie.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. I mean, however you wanted to interpret that is fine. I put it down as best overall Mythic Legions figure of 2023. So if the best is not your favorite, great, it's fun.
So are we counting special releases in this one or no?
We did not on that tab. So
cool.
But we'll go back to that, and we can all pick our favorite overall as we go through this. So because these two will be pretty quick. So
yeah. So yeah, in that regard, my favorite was Dubon.
Okay.
Followed closely by Xylarnian Guard.
Okay. Curtis, best.
Yeah, not my favorite, but I think the best that was on the list was the unknown one.
Wow.
I think the colors on it, the whole thing, it's just an amazing figure. Not thinking about it from a customizing perspective, just looking at the figure, I think it's just really well done.
Who would be your favorite then?
My favorite Mythic would probably be the Lord Bashadi. Yep.
Okay.
So what was my exact question here? I think I had first place Mythic Cosmic Legions figure of 2023. So how did you interpret that? And the unknown one didn't make that list.
Yeah.
Those were your favorites?
That was the best one.
You interpreted those as your favorites, and this one
interpreted it as the best one. Like just looking at the figure, because everything else.
No, 1 through 5 were your favorites, though.
1 through 5 were favorites. Yes, that was like So that's where I put my customizing spin on it. So
okay, gotcha. All right, Joe, what was your best and or favorite Mythic Legions figure?
My best was Attila 2.
Okay.
And my photography skills aren't great, but I had that Conan, him sitting on that Conan throne.
Yes, that was good.
Version 1 Attila's flanking him with the shields as banners. I don't know.
Right. I remember that shot. That was a good shot.
Sometimes I just stand and look at that setup, and it makes me feel happy. So it had
that
Conan had to be my number one.
That Conan throne was made for it. That's another thing. Again, no inside information here that I want to see them start making now that we're getting like objects and I want to see thrones for all these figures and things like that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, more dial pieces. Bring them.
For sure.
Yes.
Jesse, best overall Mythic Legions figure of 2023.
So best, I would Best I would say is Zellernian Guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good pick. Good pick. Obviously.
And I'm with Curtis on that. Not my favorite of the year, but it's by no means not awesome. But yeah, I'm going like overall. I think that's the best one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bill?
I'd probably stick with what was number one on my list, which was Gorgo.
Right.
As both my favorite and what I consider the best. Yeah.
Okay. Nate?
I'm with Joe. I'm going with Attila 2.
Okay. Attila 2 is my pick. And the breakdown was Gorgo Aetherblade actually had 10.3% of the votes. We'll say 10%. Dubon, 15%. Xylernian Guard, 23%. And just nosing him out, or them out, 24% for Attila Leasir 2.
Wow.
So
Nice.
Attila Leasir 2 voted the best overall by you guys. So congrats to Leodicius.
Cool.
All right, let's draw this thing because we got 82 people in here and I don't see anybody else jumping in. So this is for a $25 gift certificate for 4 Horsemen, Store Horsemen. Here we go.
There's like one really long name that keeps swinging by.
Rafael Perez.
Congrats, Rafael.
Congratulations, Rafael. Rafael, just contact me and I will get your email and I'll get this sent out to you. Chris, you were so close. You just missed it. Sorry, man. All right, congrats to Rafael for the win. That's $25 coming your way.
Cool.
All right, quickly, let's go through our best overall Cosmic Legion figure of 2023. I will start with mine, and that is Novian Lean. Is my number one figure, so Novian Lean is my number one. Nate?
Same with me. Mine's Olek Hazal Qatar.
Sticking with that. Yep. Bill?
This one, so like, if you remember, my top two were Slog, and then second was Sligor. Now, if I'm going the Curtis route, and I'm trying to say, like, which one's the best, I might actually lean a little more towards Sligor just because it's a little more universal and it just kind of hits on that, like, Legions thing a little bit more, where it's it's popping and swapping, it's all that stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll go with Slagor there just to spice it up a little bit.
Nice. Yeah, he was a close second for me.
Jesse?
I'm gonna second that and go with Sligor. I think overall best bang for your buck, Cosmic, just with the versatility of that figure.
Yeah, definitely a bang for your buck thing for sure. Joe?
Oleg Zygarde, Bravery.
Okay.
Like I said, he's the Cosmic Batman, and this is I've had enough. I'm taking off the spacesuit and throwing down version.
Yep. Very cool. Curtis?
I mean, we know the Sentry is my favorite, but that's not the best. I went with Novian Lean as the best.
Okay. Now, why do you think he's the best?
I just overall look. I just think that when I look at that figure, I'm like, that's amazing, but I'm okay with it the way it is. Where I look at the Sentry and I'm like, what are the possibilities I can do with this thing?
Custom, right? Gotcha. Yeah, it's a different eye. Yep, absolutely. And Eric?
Yeah, my favorite was obviously Kragnar, but again, if you're going best, I think Sligor or Novian Lean are both really good picks.
Okay. Let's see what the audience said here. There's a lot here. I'm going to start with there's too many. So High Warden Slog got 11.5% of the votes. Next up was Novian Lean with 15. Actually, this is a tie. We got a tie. I didn't realize that. No, we don't. No, I'm sorry. Novian Lean had 15.4% of the votes. Zirian had 15.4% of the votes. So for second place, it's a tie. And first place is Sligor. Yep, the Gravekeeper. So yeah,
Sweet.
Definitely a great figure just for the versatility of it, man. Like even if you're not, a big pop and swapper or customizer, you could make 4 or 5 different looking figures out of that and have a whole team of troops. Man, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a cool figure. So there you go. So your number one was Sligor. All right, now here's Eric's. I'm gonna save Eric for last because this is his favorite category, and like everything that he really wanted was in this category. So you can even go down to your top 5 when we get to you, Eric, based on this. But best special edition 4 Horsemen figures. So we had things like Demetrios, Father Christmas, Headless Horseman retailer, Father Christmas retailer as well, Mask of the Red Death, Sun Wukong, Ghost of Jacob Marley, Valiant Knight, Vorgus Vermilius 2, Waltor the Mad 2-pack, and we had Demetrios. So I'll go first. What was my pick? My pick was Monkey King. That's still my figure of the year. It was a very tight race between that and the InArt Gandalf, which is amazing. But just I don't know, something about this figure that as soon as I opened it up, I just wanted to shoot it, and obviously I had fun with that. So yeah, he's great. It's just fun to play with, man. Just so many cool things about it. The bendy tail and the swabbable faceplace. Amazing figure. And not to mention the packaging. I mean, Nate knocked it out of the park, man.
Killed it. Yeah.
Nate, what do you got for?
Mine's the Cosmic Sentry.
Cool.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, it's not even in this category. Mine is the Monkey King.
What? Like, I'm not gonna let him go with
it. Same, dude. Amazing, incredible.
Such a cool figure. Bill, what do you got for special edition?
Also,
Greg's
the
got
Monkey
Jake
King.
Marley.
And I've talked endlessly about it, so I'll stop. But yeah, Monkey King, my number 1.
Yep. Love all the awesome toy photographer beards. Monkey King. Rick Jones has got Monkey King. Jesse, what do you got for special edition?
Gotta go with
there he is.
Nice.
Beautiful. Nice. Way to go. Joe, how about yourself? Is it going to be a sweep? There you go.
Set the bar
wow.
really high with that figure. So
I don't think we're going to have a sweep of this panel. I don't know.
There might be a naysayer, like an always like anti person on the list here. We'll see.
If it's anyone, it's coming up next.
Oh, I don't know about that. Curtis?
I went Monkey King.
Hell yeah.
I think it's just a gorgeous figure. I think they killed it with it. You talked about the packaging, the extra hands, the feet, you basically got enough parts that you can make multiple monkeys out of it.
Yes.
And it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those, when I look at this as best, this is the best. I don't even want to touch it. And I was, Jesse kind of joked at earlier that I was, getting irritated with people that are immediately using the parts from it. And it's this thing is like a work of art. It's like going into a museum and tearing up one of the paintings or something. Just appreciate it, man. It's just so good.
Don't put a mustache on that Mona Lisa.
Yeah. So.
No, I wasn't expecting Curtis to be the dissenter. I know who the dissenter is because I know what this man's favorite figure is, and it was very close. I have to say, I'm not trying to suck up to Eric, but it was very close. But because I loved shooting that one too. But what was your favorite, Eric? Maybe you'll surprise me. I don't know.
I agree with everything you guys said about the Monkey King, but there's no way he's going to beat Jacob Marley on my list.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was close. I mean.
If it weren't for that figure at the end of the year, it would have been Monkey King for sure.
Get yourself a flight stand too, because he's amazing on a flight stand.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I've got mine. I think on the same flight stand.
Get an old Mezco flight stand. They're really good flight stands actually. But Marley, I gotta say, just visually, and for interest in something completely different. I mean, that again, Monkey King was completely different at the time. I love A Christmas Carol, and I love the figure. I love the way it came out. I think it may elevate it if we get the rest of them together, and I can have a full shelf of Christmas Carol for me. At that point, it may overtake over time the Sun Wukong. But
what if you get a whole journey to the West kind of?
I don't have as much of a connection to Journey to the West, but I don't know. That might be pretty cool. That might be right there. I mean, I think it's just the intricacy of that decor, right? That era, that culture. It's just it's beautiful, and the paint jobs are beautiful. I mean, they did a fantastic job with Marley, it's just obviously going to be a little more straightforward and simple, but even though it's really not when you look at it. But yeah, so all right, by far, we'll go through the percentages here, but the Ghost of Jacob Marley was second, 13% of the vote.
So Eric's wrong, is what you're saying.
I can't be wrong on an opinion. The Valiant Knight and the Mask of the Red Death were both at 9%, and by a whopping 49.4%, Sun Wukong takes the win there. Incredible. And we had some people giving us what made you pick your number one figure, and it just says Swig Purple Gang Gang. Swig is my second favorite figure. It's literally like the first thing on the list. I don't know what figure that was. People didn't put the name of it. That's the problem. The Predator aesthetics. Well, that must be Novian Lean. Sphexian Prison Guard from antennae to toe. It's absolutely beautiful. Zirian was just so unexpectedly good. Attila, I didn't have the original. I think everything about the release was regal and has a very nice set of accessories. High Warden Slog, big, mean, and green. Praetorian was such an awesome figure and extremely versatile for kit packing. So there you go.
That definitely deserves a mention. That I love that figure. It's one of the best values in the box right there.
Thygar is an awesome figure in design. So many options to do with him. He's so unique. Gorgo Aetherblade, beautiful figure and impressive soft goods. Slog, love the beefy boys. That sounds like Big Dub if I had to guess. But Monkey King would be my overall number one, though. A.S. Sapedian, which you didn't see much of. He was in there, though. He was in the mix.
He would have been up there for me, too, if it wasn't for the issues with the having to heat it up and then the hands popping off crazy, and he would definitely have been on there for me. And as well as Canox. Canox would have kind of got eliminated because of some QC issues, but those two are phenomenal if you can just kind of like work with the issues.
Yeah, I really like Canox a lot. I mean, I had an issue with one.
He is amazing.
He's a great figure. AS awesome 4HM to take on a classic gray alien with new 1.0 parts that can fit on all legions. We saw some of that in the customizing group there. Tusk Century, best blank slate for customizing. That's your comment, isn't it? That's you. Damn it.
Yeah, I wonder who put that. They sound very smart and attractive.
There's like 7 and they're all the same too. No.
Daniel makes a great point because and that's kind of what tipped Monkey King ahead of Marley's Ghost for me. One, it kind of started the whole thing where it's like this can be totally something different than just like kind of repaints of mythics, right?
Yeah.
But then also this idea of like it also started the more kind of literary thing too.
Yeah.
And then
holiday.
Pushed me. Yeah. And it pushed me to like go and explore this. Like I was already well versed in Poe and Dickens, but like, Journey to the West, like I had no experience with it. And so that drove me to explore that more and learn. So that's kind of like, again, one of the things that pushed Monkey King over the top for me.
So you're saying they got you to read the Welcome to My World.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah, I'm a reader.
Teacher.
That's what I'm saying. They got you to read more. That happens to me on every single release.
More was a key part of that phrase you left out.
But you just read the little booklet that comes with it or the back of the box. That's amazing.
I read Jeremy's write-up too.
Okay. No, I love that about this, man. It's I think a lot of people were introduced to Poe. I mean, maybe they had heard of Edgar Allan Poe, but didn't know the Mask of the Red Death for sure. And I love that they pushed people into that. And I think a lot of people probably never read A Christmas Carol as much as you like might watch, Scrooged or the Muppets Christmas Carol or something like that, or even a straightforward version. It's a little different in the book too. So it's cool that it's getting people to read for sure.
I watched more versions of A Christmas Carol this year than I ever have in my life.
Dude, you have no idea. Like I started when they sent me this thing and I watched I listened to like a radio dramatization of it. It was great. Novian Lean, loved the head sculpts and the character bio, and he has boot cuts. That was you too, wasn't it?
No.
Okay.
I can only do one.
Ziri Inspires my number one. She's the best female figures that they've been put out this year. Novian Lean, incredible figure. Swig has more going for him in his little purple skirt than everyone else put together. He's got style, charm, and character, even with all the cool new stuff coming from Cosmic. Swig stands apart as an unsung standout of Mythic. I wonder who that was. Red Death was a genuine surprise as a selection in terms of build accessories that really shocked me in the way I did not expect. Attila 2, blah, 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 blah. Deluxe elf male elf builder. Had to pick this one because this figure allowed me to complete my pop and swap custom in my D&D character. Cool.
Oh, cool.
I did learn something from this, that the Purple Gang is kind of like dwarf fans. Like they talk a good game, but their votes didn't show that they were there. So
no, they really didn't show up.
It's a very
the dwarf
minority.
But the dwarf people got together, man. Like they made it
finally,
work this year.
after years.
Yeah, finally, exactly. Yeah. Sphexian Block Commander, Novian Lean. Yeah. So cool. I appreciate everybody putting in their responses for this. If we want to go through and talk about what our overall, including everything, if you had to pick one figure out of, all the figure obscura, all the unique exclusives, what would that be, Eric? So sticking with the.
Yeah, my number one overall is Jacob Marley.
Okay.
My top three out of everything were Jacob Marley, then Monkey King, and then Valiant Knight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can do our top three if you want to do that. If everybody can just on the fly.
Valiant Knight's one we haven't talked about too much, but he's a really significant figure. If not for the extra articulation, it really can't be stated how much personality just having different hands bring to it.
Yes.
We've never had knight hands that weren't just in a C shape until now.
Right.
And that goes a long, long way.
Yeah.
I'm really calling for, not that you couldn't swap these out. And I know you'd have to go back and you'd have to do colorways for them, but I really want like the early hand styles for the knights to be in an expression pack too. A hand pack would be great. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it would be cool.
What a cool way they released him too.
Yeah.
No, that
was fun. That was a fun
release.
That was definitely fun. Jesse, can you pick three or you want to pick one? Whatever you want to do, like just your overall, if you had everything included, everything they've done.
I'll do three real quick. I'll go Monkey King, Vorga, Red Death.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gio?
I just have one that I want to mention because I don't feel like the figure gets enough credit for how great it is, and that is the retailer Father Christmas. I just love the way that it makes me feel. The green robes, the tan fur. It comes with that Minotaur the Duck nod, which I think is amazing. It's just a great figure. It has the the green bay underneath, so if you want to do sleeveless Whisperling, you can. I just think that it doesn't get talked about, and it should, because it's a really great figure. So that's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite figure. Favorite, not best, but favorite figure. Of the year.
Cool. Good enough. Curtis, overall, everything, all included.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Favorite. Go with your favorite.
Yeah, I'll give you three because one of my favorite things to do is to give figures away, because that's how I got into this line. Stephen Bisciotti gave me my first figure, and that's what I like to do for other folks. So if I was going with, it was somebody that I knew appreciated good art and I just wanted to show them an amazing piece, it would be Monkey King. If it was somebody that I felt likes to play with their toys and, maybe pop and swap would be something good for them, I would give them the Walter 2-pack, because I feel like that's just got a lot of parts and you've got Cosmic and Mythic both in there. And if it was somebody that I felt like, had an affinity for painting, I would give them a Sentry. So those would be my top three from this past year.
Nice. I like that. Bill, what do you got? Overall, everything, one or
Monkey
three
King.
or whatever you want to
Monkey
do.
King
Monkey
still.
King.
Yeah. And then, so I guess my top three, which same as my video, were Monkey King, Slog, and Marley's Ghost.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Nate, what do you got? One or
Yeah, let's just stick
one or all
with
three?
make it
One?
simple and just go with Monkey. Yeah.
Monkey King. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this, but I would probably go. It's going to be a toss up between second and third with Attila 2. I'll go Attila 2. I'll go Jacob Marley and Monkey King. Yeah, for sure. Jacob Marley's fantastic. I mean, that would definitely be in my top 3 if everything is all included. And maybe we'll do that next year. We'll see. I try to make it simple for people, but maybe we'll go a little further. Let me know in the chat, like, what's everybody's overall? If you could pick from everything, what will be your favorite thing? Or you can, if you don't want to do it now, you can leave it in the comments as well. Yeah, the retail head of Horsemen was great. That was one of those things that was almost better than the original one, honestly. Along with Father Christmas, I kind of like the green one as well, like Joe said.
It's a little more universal. Like it.
Yeah.
The first Father Christmas is like very much Santa. The second Father Christmas can be a druid, or it's like a wizard or something.
You could definitely put that in the flock or something like that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mixing it up. Monkey King for Brad. 2 Dubon. Monkey wins for me. Brad's doing his whole list. So 1, 2, 3. Thygar, Monkey Dubon, and Monkey King. Red Death. Cool. Yeah, if you don't get it in here, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon because we're going really late. But put it in the comments. Let me know what your top 3 overall, everything. Because since we didn't do that in the poll, put that in the comments, and we'll wrap this up because it is getting late and I know it's a work night. So thank you guys for coming on here. Thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Can we plug one thing real quick?
No, I'm gonna give you plugs.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a plug.
Okay.
I want to appreciate it. Thanks everybody for coming in and super chats and stuff. And go ahead and plug away because you got a good guest next week.
Yeah, and we're really asking for the community to help because last year we kind of started the year off with Corn Boy on the show on Shooting the Shelf. And we did a post in the Cabal kind of asking like questions. Obviously these guys do several shows and sometimes we hear the same kind of things, and so we want to generate some good questions that maybe we haven't heard answers to before. So we do have a post up in the Cabal right now for Treadaway, who's on our show this upcoming Sunday. And it's pinned to the front page of the Cabal. So if you've got a question that you've always been wondering and you've never seen answered on any of the shows, throw it out there. We're going to try to get to as many of those as we can. Obviously, when we're getting a dragon, and are you working on a werewolf?
Or werewolves?
Yeah, exactly. Things that he can't say. Obviously, we're probably not going to get to those. But if there's something that you really want to know, throw it out there, and we'll try to get to as many of those as we can. So
put me down for. Are we going to get another black and red scheme figure?
Gotcha. We'll do.
Thank you.
So that is Sunday at what's the new time?
Sunday it is 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I like hanging with you guys late at night. I'm supposed to sleep and I just watch you guys. And
we'll try to just talk longer.
Yeah, okay. No, but I will be tuning in for that.
You can always just start later.
Yeah, I know. No, but then I can't talk to you. Then I can't bust Curtis's balls or anything like that live. That doesn't do me any good. My super chats are for nothing because it's like about something you were talking about 20 minutes ago. So that's and last night you had Noah Pratt on, which I came in late for because he started at 8. But that was a great show too.
I got to catch up on that
today.
We've been starting at 8 for like over a month.
I know. I'm not used to it. It takes me a while, Jesse. All right, things. I got to break things in. Joe, what do you got coming up? You got a show over on Oz's channel coming up this week?
I probably will be on there this Saturday. Okay. It's kind of random for me because I have to travel some weekends and some weekends I don't. But if I'm home, I jump on there. I did want to promote my Instagram. Yep. If anybody wants to follow me at Joe G Customs on Instagram. I've got some exciting things planned. I don't know when I'll get to them, but I do have some things planned that I'm looking forward to, and that's the main place they'll be going. So I'd appreciate it.
Great channel, Joe. Great customs.
Thank you.
So let's bring that up. Why can't I put I'm trying to share the screen here, but all right, keep going. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here.
Oh, it's okay. Watch everybody
There we
else's
go.
shows because they're really good.
There we go.
So, yeah.
There we go. Now we're all up there. Joji Customs. Go check them out. Curtis, your Instagram, if you want to share that, or
Art by Ackerman. But yeah, it's a shit
Ackerman.
show over there. I wouldn't go there.
All right, I'm not even going to show it. Screw it.
Not
Jesse.
true. Good stuff.
No, that's fine. I yeah. If you like my stuff and you want to follow me, great. But yeah, it is what it is. So
We're going to just shelve it for Jesse's channel there. You got your customs and everything. You've been doing some awesome customs lately too, man. Some really
Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really awesome.
That was not meant to be an Elvis impersonation. That came out weird.
I was just thinking that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. EM Customs. Eric, what do you got coming up? Anything interesting you're going to be throwing out our way that we should be looking for? I mean, it's always good, but
Sure. I mean, some of the stuff I worked on last year is going to start shipping soon, so
Great
that's
picture.
pretty cool. Man, I love that photo.
wow.
And I really hope the community comes out in full force at all the cons this year. I'm going to be at MuskyCon. I'm going to be at IshCon, and obviously Legions Con. So I just hope to see everyone there.
And we got to line you up soon as Savage starts shipping. I want to have you on the door clear for sure.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, cool.
I've got you saw it in that photo there on my Instagram, but I have the factory sample of the figure I worked on, like in hand. So I mean, if you have any questions, let me know.
Cool.
Eric, are
Hey.
you coming up solo for MuskyCon? Or are you coming with the fam? Or
Yeah, I can't bring my family to every con, unfortunately. So I think MuskyCon and IshCon will just be me. My family will definitely be back at Legions Con. And I wanted to make a point of that too, because I forget who it was, but someone came up to me and said, let us know if you bring the kids next year, because I want to bring mine too. We want to make it a thing. So
nice.
if you got kids,
That's
bring
cool.
them to Legions Con and we'll have them all hang out.
fun.
That's awesome, man. That'd be great. We're gonna need the Legions Con daycare pretty soon. It's gonna be.
Some of the adults
might have
need a
fun
little
next
bit
year
of that.
too. Yeah, I know that's true. Yeah. Well, that's usually at night though. That's night care.
Yeah.
My wife may show up there for a day. Like she's like completely interested in this now. She's like, so wait a minute, like people ask you for selfies and stuff. I'm like, yeah. She's like,
That's how my wife was, and she came 2 years ago, and like this past year, it was like an event for her that she looked forward to the whole year. So
sweet. She's like, I gotta. Well, my wife is just like, I gotta see this. Like,
That's funny.
Yeah,
doesn't believe it.
It's morbid curiosity, and then it turns into
exactly. Yeah, there it is.
There's Trevor kissing me.
There it is. This is the kind of stuff that happens.
He knew right where to go for that picture.
I've got it open to it. Yeah, it's my favorite picture.
Yeah, bring that
fucking the spine on it.
Yeah, bring that to MuskyCon and have him sign it like his yearbook.
I'm gonna get a shirt made out of it.
Curtis Con 2.0.
Nate, you got anything coming up you want to talk about picture wise or anything? Just stay tuned.
I'll keep shooting when I can shoot, and I just put up a shot last night with
that's really good. Your newest
Rich
one.
Kais custom.
Yeah, it's really good. Let me. I want to bring that up. Meanwhile, let's go to Bill. And Bill, you got some new videos and stuff up, right? You want people to check out for sure.
Yeah, you can check out. If anybody's still trying to decide on their
that's awesome.
Rising Suns pre-order, I have a breakdown. I like to break it down by figure type. Like there's 6 $37 figures. There's 4 of those are 1.0s, 2 of those are 2.0s, like that kind of stuff. And then breaking down the prices and comparing what I think the retail price will be and so on. So that video is up now. What door clear will be this week. This Thursday I'll have a door clear. People might not have heard, but Chris has left the show. He's taking a little hiatus. Yeah, it's a big bummer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
So it's just going to be the Bill and Larry show for a little while at least.
I thought I was stepping in. Okay, never mind. That's fine.
I would say that's a big shoes to fill, but I'll say that's a big tank top to fill.
No, Larry's staying.
Larry's staying.
That's right.
Chris is leaving.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there have been quite a few people who have sent me messages saying they'd love to fill in, and to help out and stuff like that. But I think we're going to go with just me and Larry for a while, just to kind of like feel the absence for a little bit, because it was a long run. I mean, it was many years, like 5 years, I think. So, yeah.
Your Dr. Doom review is really good as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty new too.
Still have not gotten that figure. I don't know where the hell that's at, but it's ridiculous. I'm only like a half an hour from those guys.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. All right. But thank you everybody for coming, sticking around for this. Go check out everybody's pages.
Real quick, Joe wants to shout out that's Mythic Conversations.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Rising Suns Pop and Swap.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay.
Wednesday 7:30.
Yeah, I have to overnight something to you then. Once you have it. We'll talk later.
Watch that and couple that with Bill's review, and then put your order in.
And then try to resist ordering more.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
when the Wednesday before it closes up, for sure. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care of yourselves and good night. Bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye, everyone.